All right, welcome to another edition of the BS Sessions, man. I'm here. I'm Mark Alden Taylor, and I throw it to my fucking brother in arms there, Jerry Supe. What's happening, brother?
Oh man, it's been a fucking great day, man. I can't complain, dude. Happy, excited to do this show tonight. We got a fucking panel tonight, man. This is a huge panel, man.
That's what she said.
Ah, with that being,
Oh,
that's not release.
I've never heard it called a panel before, but okay.
Panel, guest, group, whatever we want to
She's
call
like, "Who? I've heard about your panel."
If we get like, if we got three more, if we get like three more, we could do like a Brady Bunch thing. Maybe
we
we'll
could do the Hollywood
sometime.
Squares.
Hollywood Squares. There you go. Yeah. Eric will be the center square, probably. Anyway,
if this was a Hollywood roast, we could start calling this the dais.
well, fucking Joseph's is like the guest star on everybody's podcast. So fuck, he's the center square there. He's the fucking Paul Lynn, man. What's up, Joseph?
Doing good.
Fuck yeah. I found out. Can I talk about this, Joseph? I found out some interesting story about Joseph today.
Yes,
I never knew.
You did.
I guess on RMCP, Ralph and Ian thought that he was Terrence in disguise when he first joined the group.
9.5 years ago.
Talk like him.
9.5 years ago.
So that's what he's doing. He's taking his free government money and his dad's retirement money. He got plastic surgery done, and that's the result right there.
And bought all these damn DVDs behind me. All that free government DVDs.
hey, man, me and Terrence are cool, man. He's a cool dude.
Wait, hold on a second. Let me get out my Supertramp remasters.
I'm just going.
Let's talk about Grand Illusion for the 50th time.
Let's not make fun of it.
Yeah, let's not. I'm not making fun of it. Well,
no, he was just saying that he found it funny that Ralph posted that on the page today. He said, "Boy, I remember when Joseph first joined the page and we thought he was Terrence." This was like 9.5 years ago.
So does that mean somebody's posing as Andrew Jacobs out there too?
Probably. No one's stupid enough to do that.
No, I don't care about Andrew Jacobs. He's a weirdo. Fuck
that's
that
okay.
Guy. And I'll talk shit about him.
Speaking of shots down, it looks like Travis has had a few himself already, man. How you doing, dude?
Hey, I'm good, guys. Glad to be here.
It's always awesome to have you in here, man. And then we got my partner from the Three Shots Down podcast, Andy Rodriguez, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I am so excited to be here. I got my list. I am ready to go.
Cool.
Thank you
of course, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
That's always great to have you on, dude. And our next guest too, Eric RMCP Jordon, man. It's always great to have you on. How you doing, man? My hockey partner, the only person I can talk to on hockey out there, man.
I know, right? Yeah.
It's
like, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be some crazy playoffs, but fuck yeah, man. I'm glad to fucking be here. It's become like a tradition now. Every Thursday, have some beers with all you guys and talk about whatever topic we're talking about.
You were our first guest host, wasn't he?
I've been on a lot of fucking episodes.
You were our first guest, man. So
I'm kind of like the Bill Wang.
You're the legacy member of this.
Yeah, I'm like the Bill Wang of the show, whereas like I'm the guy that's like I'm not like the third member, but I'm like kind of unofficially the third member, but I don't show up on every.
He was doing the episode in his car for a few weeks. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah. My fucking bitch of an ex-wife wouldn't ever let me fucking podcast. You know, luckily
you had to do it for your car.
Yeah, I had to do it like secretly.
Check out the early episodes. I'll find you one, Andy.
Yeah, they're funny.
Thank you. Yeah, because I'm really new to all this. I didn't start Facebook until like 2021.
When did we start this, Mark?
What?
When did we start this? Are we
on 2 years now or 4?
We've been on longer than 2 years
than that.
Oh, dude, I gave you the date. You're gonna make me look at our first episode. Well, keep talking, dude.
No, I mean we went on way before COVID, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, just keep talking, man.
Yeah, and I was like 100 pounds heavier too when we first started.
Was during COVID. I got curious of how to use Facebook, and I started to dilly-dally here and there. Dilly-dally with a panel.
Dilly-dally. With a panel. I wish I had panel walls. Panel walls rule.
No, it's been at least 2018, man.
Come on. I gave you. Okay, here we go, man. Here's episode number 1. What year? 2021, January 19th.
No shit. No, man. It was
3 years?
It was before COVID. It's been before COVID, man.
That's our first episode. It says
Are you
Mark
sure?
and Jerry BS Sessions, episode 1.
Man, it
Talk
seems longer
real.
than that, man.
And we talked
Maybe.
politics on this shit. We were dumb.
Yeah,
We
what
only
the
got
fuck?
50 views on that episode, fuckers.
Well,
Get-
Oh,
Gee, I
bitch.
wonder why.
But yeah,
But
yeah, I used to have
Wow.
a record in my car
That's 3 years?
secretly because my ex-wife was such a bitch and wouldn't let me record. She didn't let me do anything. Luckily, my current wife, man, she's so supportive. She's always happy that I'm doing this with you guys.
yeah,
There's
that's
certain
cool.
episodes there's certain episodes I advise her like not to listen to because like we get a little out of control and say some things. But yeah, a shout out to my wife, Mary. I love you.
Yeah,
I'll
seems like a
make
good
sure
girl
I'll-
you got there.
Well, you know, during
I'll-
2020, didn't you have that fucking problem with your, you know?
Nah,
something?
dude, that was before COVID, man.
That was before
2018,
COVID?
I think that was,
2018?
or
Wow.
2019. It could have been.
Shit, have I known
Before.
you that long? Fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
and my
actually
wife-
knew each other before the election.
That was fun. Not.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
tell you,
that-
Mark,
that's like
I've known Mark for like probably
Yeah.
close to 10 years now.
It's like 2015,
Known
2016.
Mark
Yeah,
for a
we met,
while.
yeah.
I've known Mark for a while now.
Oh, yeah.
I used to talk with you on like the early days of the RMCP page. I remember.
Oh, I don't remember. I keep getting kicked out or I leave. So-
Funny enough, I joined the RMCP page the day after my birthday.
Well, when's your birthday?
It was December 2nd, and I joined December 3rd, 2022.
Your birthday's December 2nd? That's my dad's birthday.
oh, wow.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
that's
my
the
dad's
first-
birthday's March
brothers.
2nd. Wait.
That
My dad's birthday's
RMCP
March
was the
2nd.
first.
Fuck, I
RMCP was
messed
the
that
first
up.
group I joined. That
I
was the
just
first
kept
group I
I
joined
just
too.
kept almost feeling first.
Well, I always said Decibel Geek was the first group I joined, and then I just started looking for other podcasts, and I found the RMCP was the second one. I love Decibel Geek. I love RMCP. They're a great podcast, man. I have fun listening to them, even though one of the persons hates me, but that's okay. I earned it. So,
You're cool, Mark.
yeah, sometimes
Shit.
I
Yeah,
could be,
like,
I could be an idiot.
It's like one of the first podcasts I ever saw was a Decibel Geek, and
Yeah.
they had a guest on there, and it was Bushy. I was like,
Yeah.
man, that's cool. I wonder if I'll ever meet him. And you know, little did I know that he'd be on my show
They're-
repeatedly.
Bushy
never-
lives like near me.
They're
Oh,
never
really?
gonna bring me on that podcast, and I get it. I'm a drunk. They're not gonna let me on there because I get drunk during podcasts. But I did Brian Davis's podcast, and I did not drink.
I love
Good for
Brian
him.
Davis.
Oh, I love Brian
One of
Davis.
my
love
favorite
Brian Davis.
guys.
Damn
my
good
God, I like
movie
that guy.
memories.
I
I
love
get jealous of all you guys being on that show. By the way,
Yeah,
I've
I want to
done
be.
that
I
like a
need to.
bazillion times.
I want.
you were
I need
talking
to-
about Superman. I was
Yeah.
like,
I need to-
fucker.
I need to hit him up to get on another episode. I told him I'm like I want to do like I'm like the first Terminator, anything John Carpenter, or like Godzilla.
I told him anything Cheech and Chong, and then he did it with Ralph, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, well, come on, man.
It's Ralph. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
But
First
fuck,
Halloween.
let's get going, Jerry.
yeah. Let's
All right,
do
well,
this shit.
let's get going. What we got? Let's talk about Dickey first, man.
Dickey. Who the
Well,
fuck's
you got to
Dickey?
say what we're
Dickey
doing.
Betts.
It's your thing, man.
Okay, well, before we start the BS, we're going to be doing our top 10 plus one songs about time. I was watching some weird fucking stoner documentary about fucking the beginnings of time and shit. And the idea is just hit in my head. Well, why don't we just do a top 10 with songs that have time or anything to do with time on it? And I thought that'd be a pretty good idea. And well, it must be a good idea. We got 4 people, so shit. That's
Yeah.
one of probably our biggest,
It's simple, but
panel.
a great idea.
But yeah, we're looking forward to doing this. This should be a lot of fun. All right.
All right, now get to what you were gonna say.
Yeah, Dickey Betts died today, man. One of the most underrated members of the Allman Brothers Band, in my opinion. Great guitar
Oh,
player,
bitch.
dude. Yeah, just sad, dude. That all these people are leaving us, man.
Live at the Fillmore, man.
Yeah, I mean he's been sick for a while, from my understanding. I didn't know that. Yeah, what'd you say? Frank Hannon's related to him somehow?
Frank Cannon
Mark-
is his son-in-law.
I never knew that.
Frank Cannon
wow.
was on Eddie Trunk a few months ago, and he
Oh,
talked about Eddie asked him about his father-in-law, Dickey Betts, and he goes, well, he's getting along, but he's kind of sick right now, and we're trying to get him through it. So he's pretty cool. So I knew he
Yeah.
was sick by what Frank was talking about him, and I think Frank Cannon does that Betts. What's that? Betts. What's the other people in that band? Betts something.
I have that album, but I forgot what it's
No,
called.
it's like they have a Betts. You know, there's
Yeah.
two kinds of family members in the Allman Brothers. The Betts family.
Almond Betts.
Almond Betts.
Yeah.
They do an Almond Betts thing, and Frank Cannon plays in that a lot. So
Yeah, that is Greg Almond's son, who's from Corpus Christi, and Dickey Betts' son
yeah.
are in that band called Dickey Betts. I mean, sorry, they're called Almond Betts.
Yeah, so R.I.P. to him, man. He's a legend.
Yeah.
The cool thing about it is we get to enjoy their music for the rest of our lives, hopefully
Rest
other
of our lives.
generations. So,
An amazing guitar player, amazing.
Yeah.
This past October, I was able to go to the big house, which is the Almond Brother house in Macon.
Yeah.
I know. I saw that picture.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
and the thing is that Dickey Betts had purchased that home, and everybody else just moved in, and they had used that house for a recording and rehearsals, and I took pictures of everything in the house, and even the kitchen table of where Dickey Betts wrote Rambling Man.
Damn.
And which was really cool. And then I was able to find their grave sites, which I did not post because I thought it was a little morbid to do that. But I was able to find their headstones. It took me a while to find. I was rolling down hills and falling here, and falling there because they were kind of down there in a gorge, kind of.
So you wouldn't go to Ronnie James Dio's statue at his graveyard in Forest Lawn over here in LA and take a picture in front of it?
I would take a picture, like I took a picture of the statue of Stevie Ray Vaughan, but it wasn't at the gravesite. It was just a statue of him. But this was weird because it was their grave sites.
Oh, okay.
Because
people go there and people go to that. All my friends take pictures when they go to the Dio gravesite.
Yeah,
that and Randy Rhoads. I see a lot of.
But it was really something to go to that Almond Brothers house.
Nice.
It was freaking awesome because they turned it to a big museum.
Kind of like Graceland when I went there in like '88.
Damn, I'll go to Graceland.
Yeah.
I've been to Graceland. It's
small.
It's underwhelming. Yeah, it's underwhelming.
Well, it's like what a mansion was like back in the day.
Well, they don't let you upstairs because the family still lives up there.
Because Elvis is there.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Elvis.
Yeah. He comes and goes.
Elvis is on that toilet going, I need my vitamins. Give me that red one. Give me that green vitamin right there. Yeah. Well, there's a radio host.
That was the worst Elvis impression I ever fucking.
That was pretty bad. Yeah,
that didn't even sound like him.
In the okay, I suck at impressions. But there was a radio guy here, Mark and Brian on KLOS 95. They did a morning show, and Brian would say, "Oh, we got a call from the King." And then Brian would do the King. He did a great voice of the King. He says, "Yeah, we used to go to Dodger Stadium. We took out the one section and sat on Siddle's hair." Stuff like that. It's pretty funny. I got their CD. I played on that metal station. Their skit sometimes, man. When they're talking to the King, or their drunk show. Fucking killer. I'm sorry, I went off topic.
But I was able to see the Almond Brothers with Dickey Betts. Probably. Oh well, of course it was like early 2000s, I think. And it was a great show. Nobody wanted to go with me, so I bought me a ticket that day. And I went, and it was outside. It was a summer night, and I was on top of the hill, and it was great. It was just great to see the Almond Brothers. And that was when they had, what's his name? Derek Trucks was with them at that time, too.
Yeah, they have the Trucks Tagishi
too, right? Was it Warren Haynes too?
Huh?
Was it Warren Haynes also?
I don't know if Warren Haynes was there or not. I can't remember that. I just know that Derek Trucks was just starting off. So he was the guy that they were really kind of promoting, as the new hot shot. And then ever since then, I started following his career, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I love the Derek Trucks band.
Yeah.
Joseph, you got anything about that?
Yeah, I was really bummed when I saw that this morning. I mean, I've really been getting into the Allman Brothers over the past couple of years and really appreciating that early run of albums. And like you said, he's super underrated. I mean, he's in a band with Dwayne Allman. It's hard to be a standout in that lineup, but I mean he's an absolutely amazing guitar player in his own right, and just that stuff, just the back and forth that they did on those albums, like Mark said, Fillmore East is just one of the greatest jam albums of all time. And I mean, I know it's not some people's thing. Some people aren't into like that jam band kind of stuff, but I really love that, particularly the run of albums, the first 3 or 4 studio albums, and Fillmore East.
Yeah, but Dickey Betts did carry that band for decades.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you listen to those live albums that they put out in the '90s, like that, the first set and second set, and like those. He's just absolutely tearing it down on some of that stuff.
Yeah, and especially when Greg would check out from here and there. I mean, Dickey Betts had to carry the band. He really did, especially there in the late '70s, going into the '80s.
Mm-hmm.
Travis, you got anything to say about it?
Yeah, that really gutted me. I love the Allman Brothers band ever since when I found the first album and I found Seven Turns in my dad's CD library. I listened to that shit nonstop. Yeah. I love the Allman Brothers band, and to me, I feel like Dickey Betts and Duane Allman were one of the first, full lead guitar player teams. A lot of people go to Wishbone Ash or Thin Lizzy, but man, I think it started with the Allman Brothers band to me. And that first album is just lethal. Especially anything that has dreams and whipping post on it. God damn,
whipping post.
Yeah, I love it.
I think One Way Out is my favorite Allman Brothers song.
Oh, I love that song. It's such a huge loss in the rock and roll world. Rest in peace, Dickey Betts.
Eric, got anything to say about that?
I mean, just rest in peace. I'm not that familiar with the Allman Brothers. I know like maybe a couple of songs here and there. Definitely a band I should look into. I know the guy I work with, he's our assistant property manager, Riley. He's in a band. He loves all that jam band stuff, and he's a huge Allman Brothers fan. In his office, he has like this glass mirror with the Allman Brothers logo on it. So he said something about it at work to me and my maintenance supervisor, Steven. So yeah, it's a shame. Definitely probably should look into more Allman Brothers. I'm not a big jam band kind of guy. Like the only jam band stuff I can really get into is like Deep Purple live albums.
Well, Allman Brothers is more like Deep Purple, the way they jam. It's not like the Grateful Dead
but it's more like Southern rock, whereas Deep Purple is definitely more like heavy metal. But I'll check it out because I do like the things I have heard from the Allman Brothers. I do like. So yeah, but rest in peace.
Yeah, I had this kind of next to me because I was gonna because I jammed it a couple of weeks ago. But this is Atlanta's Burning Down by Dickey Betts. It's a really good album.
Fantastic album.
Mark?
Oh, I just say, but I love Dickey Betts. I love the Allman Brothers, man. It's just like those fucking guitars. It's like they have a fucking harmony. You know how much I love harmony. And those dual guitars they did, it's like fucking like Tesla. You could see why Frank Cannon married Dickey Betts' daughter. He fucking married him because that fucking guitar player rules. He said he wanted to be in the family. He wanted to be his fucking son.
Right.
And the dual percussions, it was just on time, dude. It was amazing. It was such a great band where everyone just had their parts and pieces, and they blended together.
I just fucking, thank you for the music, man.
Another legend gone, unfortunately, man. What do you got next, Mark?
I got a Judas Priest Glimp Tipton says Parkinson's won't beat me. What do you think?
Never surrender. No surrender.
Who, me?
Yeah. Well, I just went, what do you guys think?
I've seen my dad go through that, and man, it's going to be a tough battle if he can beat it, man. I'm telling you. From what I understand, he's having trouble even standing up on stage nowadays. So I don't know. It's a terrible disease, man. My dad just fell apart. It eventually turned into what's that called? Dementia. Yeah, it's not going to get better. So,
I
Eric, go ahead.
It sucks because like you don't want him to give up. You want him to keep fighting, but sadly, just there is no like cure for this disease, and if they did find a cure, it's likely not going to happen in the time
Right.
frame for him, and it fucking sucks, man. Because I love fucking Judas Priest, fucking
Yeah.
love them. I mean, to me, they are the superior metal band. Fuck Iron Maiden. Had to throw that in there. But
I've seen them both, and they both rule. How about that? There you go.
Perfect.
Fuck Iron Man. But
Love
Fuck
Iron
you.
Maiden.
Again,
Sorry.
I love them too.
Eric, Katie Pryor.
We talk about him tonight.
But man, it breaks my heart, man, because I love Judas
Yeah,
Priest.
it
I
does.
grew up with Judas Priest, man. Since I was like in fucking first grade, I've been listening to Judas Priest. All the memories I have with that music. Listen to British Steel and Point of Entry, like taking trips to the water park in Wisconsin Dells as a kid. Just that music's been a part of my life forever, and it's gonna be in my blood forever. I love Judas Priest, and obviously Glenn was a major driving force behind like the writing for that band,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
it really hurts seeing him like this, and yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
wish in a perfect world, man, he wouldn't be suffering with this, and sadly, I don't think he's gonna make it, but I just hope the guy keeps fighting and keeps doing what he loves till it eventually kills him.
Succumbs,
It really sucks, man. I love Glenn Tipton. So
Yeah, I didn't know how bad it was till I saw him at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing. He just
Yeah.
looked. It looked bad then.
well,
So
I know
just imagine-
Ralph called it because I remember like he kept mentioning like right before it was announced, he's like, man, just something doesn't look right with Glenn Tipton. Like there's something wrong with him. And then like sure enough, man, it was like he came out and like, hey, I got Parkinson's, and I'm not going to be able to perform anymore.
Yeah, I don't wish that disease on anybody, dude. I'm telling you. Watching my dad go through that, just
Michael J. Fox, man.
just tears you. It just fucking tears your humanity from you, man. It does. It's just
Number one movie, Back to the Future. Okay, go ahead.
All right,
that episode.
Andy, what do you got to say about that?
It saddens me because Glenn Tipton is one of the greatest. I mean, that's one of the leaders of metal that we followed our whole lives. And if this last album, Invisible Shield by Judas Priest, is the last one that he's going to contribute to, well, kudos, because he's going out on top, because that's a fantastic album. I understand that he did have a lot to do with it, from the studio vantage point. So, it's going to be sad when he can't perform anymore, because that's going to be a big piece off the stage. Oh, well, he's been off the stage, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Just that fixture in that band. But he's already been dealing with this for a while now. So, it's kind of something that we've already gotten used to and have already accepted. But man, that last album was amazing. I love it.
I finally got around listening to it. It's fucking
what do you think about it?
Speaking of that, I hated it at first, but I'm starting to like it. It's growing on me.
I really loved it. I think definitely the one complaint I will have is it's a little too long. I feel like there are certain songs you could cut. I still like Firepower better, but
so do I.
Yeah,
this
me
is
too.
still Invincible Shield is still new, so who knows? Maybe it'll grow on me more. But like, it's a great fucking. It's better than fucking anything Iron Maiden's done in the past fucking like 20 plus fucking years.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but
now that I do give you that I do agree.
I disagree with you on that one.
What did you say?
Respectfully.
Yeah.
Sorry, my headphones went off.
It's
I'm
better
sorry,
that way,
I'm
Mark.
not-
It's better
I'm
that
not-
way.
A matter of
Sin-
life and death is a
Sin
fucking
Situ
classic,
rules.
dude.
Oh
Sin Situ
god,
rules.
album sucks.
I
A
love
matter of
Sin
life
Situ.
and death rules, man.
A matter of
It's one my
life
favorite
and death
bands.
does rule, Jerry. Thank you for the vinyl you sent me.
Matter of Life and Death.
But
album
anyway,
sucks as fuck.
all right,
No,
Joseph, man, what do you got to say?
I'll throw Iron Maiden a bone. On my shuffle, that song, I hate the Final Frontier. That's a terrible album.
That
Fuck
is a
that
terrible
album.
album. I do
Fucking sucks.
agree they have bad
The only-
albums.
The
Yeah.
only song I like on that album is
Blaze
Coming
Bailey.
Home. I do like that song. Coming
Oh
Home.
god, fuck
I
that
do
album.
like.
I like the single off that album. I think that's it.
To me, the rest Iron Maiden's latter day output is good over the counter sleep aid.
Well, if you saw those songs live in concert, I saw 5 of them. They're really good. So
I saw 3 of them. They sucked.
whatever.
Fuck
It's
Iron Maiden.
opinions.
Anyways, Joseph, what do you got to say about what do you
Anyway.
got to say about Glenn Tipton, man?
I honestly, I appreciate that he still loves what he does, but I really wish he would just kind of take the time for himself, because it's clear that he is in pain when he's up there on stage. And I know a couple of people have said it, and I completely see it, and it pains me to say it. I don't even think his guitar is plugged in when he comes out with them.
Really?
I
mean,
I
that's a
don't think he
possibility.
is either.
I
That's
don't
a
think he's plugged
possibility,
in,
yeah.
because he's not playing what they're playing.
You know, when Edwin had had reviewed this album, you know, he did mention how much is Glenn Tipton just there by name.
Oh, he had
You
nothing
know,
to do with this album.
Yeah,
I
it was all
guarantee
Faulkner
you.
doing both
I
parts. Man.
guarantee you, Glenn Tipton had
Yeah.
nothing to do with this album.
You know, because his name's all over it. You know, this and that, but
He
you
might
know,
have helped. He might have
disease-
helped Richie with some ideas for solos and stuff, but he hadn't. I don't think Glenn Tipton played a note on this album.
Yeah, he didn't play. I guarantee you, he didn't play a note on it. I mean, he probably helped like Richie come up with some of the ideas for stuff, but like his songwriting contributions are nowhere near what they once were. You know,
Yeah.
right?
because he,
Right.
he physically can't
Even on the
do
last
a lot.
album.
Yeah, I mean, he physically cannot do like a lot. You know, it's just
That's a grueling
it's
thing
heartbreaking.
alone, just to make an album or to contribute to an album or come up with ideas for an album. That's already a grueling
Yeah.
task
Mhm.
to begin with. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
do. I
cool,
do
but-
really
but-
appreciate that they are not like casting him out on
Yeah,
the
exactly.
You're
still
no longer
permanent
used
part
to
of the
us.
band.
I really appreciate that he is still a member of the band in name, whether or not he is really contributing much. He's still they're honoring him by keeping his name a part of that band, and I really do appreciate that. But I wish he would
Retire.
take his time and live his life, and not. I understand that it's something he's passionate about, but it's just it's sad to watch him come out on stage in pain the way that he is.
Yeah, but you're so right about Judas Priest doing the right thing by keeping his name involved in everything that they do. Yeah.
All right, Travis.
It sucks, man. I really love Glenn Tipton. I'm a huge Judas Priest fan. I'm with you, Eric, man. Priest over Maiden any day.
Damn right.
Damn right. And, you know, I love to see Glenn Tipton still have some contributions, but I really hope that he makes the right decision to, you know, retire. And I hate to say this because I love him, but he needs to, you know, slow down, retire, enjoy the rest of his life. Because even doing a couple of shows, that could put a lot on you.
Oh, definitely.
It's sad to see one of my heroes just fade away.
Yep.
So, you know, I love Glenn Tipton, one of the greatest metal guitar players of all time. Top 3 easily.
Amazing.
And it's hard for me to talk about that because I love Judas Priest so much it gets me emotional.
Yeah.
Mark.
Oh, there's nothing I could say. I seen him with Edwin and Vincent Kavanaugh, and he looked like he did have his guitar plugged in there, but that was like what 5 years
That
ago.
was a while ago.
I think you guys are right about that, and it's sad to see a guitar god like just sit there and watching him frail. It's like it's sad. He's like, I love the guy, you know, he's a really good man, and just bring KK back into the band. Fuck.
Agreed.
That's never gonna happen, sadly.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm so pissed because KK's Priest went on tour and they brought LA Guns and Burning Witches with them and came nowhere fucking near me. And I'm like, God, that's like the best fucking lineup ever.
Right?
It's not
LA
coming
Guns is amazing live.
They
come
did,
on.
but it was they came close to me, but it was a Tuesday night, and I couldn't get off work.
Fuck.
They came
I'm
to
seeing Queensryche and Armored Saint. And it's gonna be like it's in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is like an
Are you
hour.
gonna see Nate?
It's like an hour and a half away. And fucking it's on a Sunday night, but I'm like, fucking, I'm going.
You should tell Nate to get his ass up there with you, man. He's in he's in North Carolina.
I gotta hit up.
Why haven't you hung out with him? You know, I don't know if you can hang with him. That dude could drink. No, he can't.
I don't
no,
drink
he can't.
as
No,
heavy
he-
as.
I can
but-
outdrink Nate any day.
I don't drink as hard as I used to, but yeah, I love to hang out with fucking Bushy. Yeah.
All right, man. So that's all I thought about it. So we get to the next subject. I'm gonna get to some movie news real quick and some television news real quick. In Living Color, the television series debuted today, I think in 1990. I think they were cutting edge. I think Saturday Night Live was losing their edge at this time. And they came in, the Wayans brothers, and just fucking put a shot in the arm of fucking comedy. James Carrey, not Jim Carrey back then, was fucking in there. Fire Marshal Bill, fucking all those great characters he did. It's fucking how his brothers was a DJ and he finally became part of the cast. You know, Sean and Marlon Wayans, they were doing other things in that show before they became full cast members. You got Jamie Foxx in there. Got a lot of great comedians that came out of there, and I hope the new Scary Movie, which are rebooting, has the Wayans brothers in control of it.
Yeah,
Because I think they have to be back.
I never cared for any of those movies, to be honest with you.
I like the first Scary Movie, but like it's not that great.
What about White Chicks?
I like White Chicks. I like White Chicks.
What about Don't Be a Menace while drinking your juice in the hood?
That was the best one.
That was a great fucking movie. Holy shit, that's
awesome.
Or even fucking I'm Gonna Get You Sucker was a good movie too.
I'm gonna get you sucker. My grandma had that on DVD.
What about The Last Boy Scout with Damon Wayans and Bruce Willis?
That was a good one too.
That was good.
Nobody talks about The Last Boy Scout.
No one talks about that movie. Yeah,
dude, the guy gets ate up by the fucking helicopter blades.
I know. Yeah. One of the best villain deaths ever. Love it,
dude. But the guy is fucking trying to get a touchdown. He just pulls out a gun and just starts shooting everybody in front of him.
Yeah,
fuck! I was like, whoa, watching that in the movie theater. That was different.
I loved on in Living Color when Damon Wayans would do Handyman. The
Homie the Clown.
Men on Film.
Yeah,
Homie the Clown. Homie don't play that.
Homie don't play that.
Also, the show that gave Jennifer Lopez her start too.
Yep.
So a lot of people.
One of the Fly Girls. Yeah.
And David Allen Greer, just that whole cast.
David Allen, dude, the whole cast is great, and they kept adding people who were already there in different roles. It was like the brothers. He was a DJ, and then all of a sudden, Sean came down and was part of the cast. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, dude. At that time, they killed Saturday Night Live.
They did.
And that was like when Fox first started up. It was In Living Color, Married with Children, Tracy Ullman Show. Tracy Ullman Show and The Simpsons, man.
And the X-Files. No, Tracy Ullman Show killed The Simpsons. Killed the Tracy Ullman Show. That was a short on her thing, and they canceled her and put The Simpsons on.
No, I'm just saying all those shows were on there on Fox, is what I'm saying, and they were all just great to watch. All the same night, I think.
You got to get into your Fox watching positions.
Yeah.
Married with Children, man. What a fucking great show. But then let's get to any of you guys got to say anything about Living Color?
I think we all did.
Great show.
Yeah.
Great show. All right, man. So then they're making a Chris Farley biopic. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, every week there's a new biopic. I mean,
I'm on the fence with that.
I love Chris Farley. He was funny as hell.
Chris,
so
I love Chris Farley. I don't know how I feel about biopic. But I'd watch it. You know, I love. I'm a huge Chris Farley fan, and I'll check it out.
Who's playing him? Do you know?
Who's playing him?
Yeah, I got him right here. It's Paul Walter.
Who the fuck is that?
It's Paul Walter.
Fat white guy.
Paul Walter Hauser is his name.
Well,
Paul Walter Hauser, yeah.
Well, of course he's a fat white guy, Mark. Yeah. I would expect like a slim black guy to play Chris Farley.
And Josh Gad is directing it.
He's kind of a funny guy. He's funny.
He's the guy who does the Frozen,
Frozen
Olaf,
Snowman.
Olaf, he does Olaf's voice.
Yeah. But I love Beverly Hills Ninja. That's
the fish. The fish scene where he's like slapping. I have all those movies.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the original voice for Shrek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought really?
Yeah, he
was a hell of a lot better than Michael Myers.
I liked Mike Myers in that, but like there's actual like test footage of like the early like rough sketches of the animation with Chris Farley doing the voiceovers for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to do the voice of Shrek.
Yep.
Yeah, fucking he at least he didn't end up like the man on a van on a river, you know. You
What I
want to
can't-
end up
what-
like me?
Well, you
What
got
I-
plenty of time living a van down by a river when you're living in a van,
down by the river.
I hear you've
Well,
been
to
using
me-
your writing papers not for writing, but for rolling
Smoking
doobies.
rolling doobies, yeah.
Yeah,
And they're just
man.
balling up. It was Christina Applegate and David Spade. They're just busted up laughing on the
All
couch.
right.
Fucking hilarious, man.
To me, SNL died when Chris Farley died.
No, they had some good shit, dude. Phil Hartman and shit. Okay.
They're starting to get a pretty good cast back on the show now.
Yeah,
so.
I've been
God
noticing
damn,
it.
that
I've
show's
been
still
laughing
fucking
at the
on.
shit.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, this Beavis and Butthead skit with fucking Ryan Gosling was fucking classic, dude. It's one of the
I
best
gotta
skits
watch
I've ever
that
had.
because I keep
the
seeing
new
everyone
the
on
news
Facebook.
team, they need to get rid of Colin Jost and that Michael Che. They're horrible.
You know who I do like from the SNL, the modern SNL cast is what's his name? Keenan Thompson.
Kenan
Man, he's been
Thompson's
there
awesome.
forever.
I love Keenan and Kel.
Yeah, he's been there forever.
I love Keenan.
He-
and Kel.
he's the
Fuck, I love
longest
Keenan
he's
and
the
Kel.
longest tenured
He
cast
ain't
member
never
of all time.
he ain't never leaving. That's a fucking good job because his shows get canceled.
I fucking love me some Keenan and Kel. That show is the shit.
Hell
I
yeah.
did
I
watch
feel like-
I watched Good Burger too. That was pretty funny.
I fucking love Good Burger. I love him in the Mighty Ducks movies too.
Dude, that was fucking disgusting. He's fucking cleaning the shake machine with a fucking plunger, dude. What the fuck, man? Gross.
All right, man. Let's get back to a story that Eric gave me. I don't know too much about this, but Steve Dawson, ex-bassist from Saxon, is going to prison for having raped a 6-year-old in the 90s.
What
Eric.
the fuck?
Yeah. Dude, I fucking, and the crazy thing is, like, I haven't heard a lot about it since, like, all I saw is that one headline. I forget where it was, like Instagram or something. But that's all I've heard about it. Like, no one really in the Mel community has like really talked about it a whole lot yet. But it fucking sucks. I love Saxon, but like, it's one of those things where like you look at him and like he kind of has like that creepy guy like vibe to him. Like he just has that look of like a creepy guy that would get busted for something like that. It fucking sucks, man, because I thought he was a pretty damn good bass player for those early Saxon albums, but and obviously I'm still gonna listen to fucking Saxon. I ain't gonna let that affect my love of the music, especially because he's just the bass player too. So, but yeah, it fucking sucks, man. What the fuck? Why you gotta be doing that shit, bro? Like, what the fuck?
That's fucking true. He should be fucking buried under the fucking cell, dude.
He should be, man. Fuck that shit. Yeah, fuck
6-year-old? Fuck that shit.
Yeah, like,
dude.
what the
I don't
fuck,
care who
man?
you are.
That's
Yeah.
disgusting. It's really disgusting. Fuck him, man. If it's true, I don't know all the details yet. I don't know like what's going on, but like, if that's true, man, fuck him.
Yep.
Fucking should fucking die.
Oh yeah, and I also like Mad TV at the time.
Matt T was good too.
Sorry.
I know that earlier.
I love
wanted to-
Mad TV. I love Mad TV. Mad
Yeah,
TV
we were
was
talking
awesome.
about Saxon raping a 6-year-old
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Not Saxon at the.
I know.
It's the
bassist, Mark.
bassist who hasn't been in the band.
I
The
wish
band
I already
Saxon.
said his name. Did I have to say it twice?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you like
Steve
don't
Dawson
say-
raped a 6-year-old girl in the 90s. There you go.
You can't get demonetized because you said rape.
Oh shit. No, because we're talking about news.
No, they'll still do it.
Ah, fuck them.
Yeah, they're gonna demonetize you.
I haven't got paid for. We haven't got paid for shit on this yet. We need more views, man. Start watching this shit more. Watch hours. That's
Watch
what-
our fucking videos.
Well, I think we need to sell our farts or something like that. That seems to sell a lot in in TikTok and all that.
well, none of
shit.
us are
So,
hot. None of us are hot chicks with big titties, so that it's not our farts aren't.
I
gonna
can just
sell.
turn myself into an AI chick and do.
What
a
the
video.
fuck is wrong with us, dude? What the fuck is wrong with us?
Is this where we should go into the garden weasel ad?
What the
Brought to you
fuck?
by brought to you by Blue Chew.
All
I'm
right.
buying fucking chicks.
You're having a
bottled
hard
farts.
time getting.
What the
you're having a hard
fuck
time
is wrong with the
getting it
human
up?
race, man? The
Well,
human race.
I don't know
man,
what's
is-
worse, them bottling their farts or like selling videos of themselves taking shits and stuff like that.
Yeah, if you're a man and you buy a woman's farts online, you should just turn in your fucking man.
I don't
card.
know where this episode just went. I'm not in control of this.
You
This-
did
I've
this,
never heard
Mark.
of
You
any
did
of
this.
You did this.
I never heard of any of this.
Well, yeah, I was trying to give you ideas how to get more views and shit like that, dude. So
all I said was watch our videos so we could get monetized. He brought up the monetization, so then I said, no, we ain't making shit.
Anyway,
right.
what a great episode we got going on here tonight.
Anyways, let's get into.
Are we almost done here?
We're almost done. Yeah, I just gotta get into our obligatory kiss news.
Wait,
we got
come
6 of
on!
us
Don't
here.
want to do this shit.
It's just
Oh my God, kids.
What about my fucking thing?
yeah,
What is your thing?
Speaking of bottled farts,
what?
I had a thing I wanted to talk.
We'll talk about it then. Fuck kiss. We just brought up the obligatory kiss news, which we won't talk about.
Oh my God,
because they're part of this problem. Okay. I wanted to bring up the fact, goddamn, bands nowadays are releasing like way too many fucking live albums. I don't know what anyone else thinks about this because I got a notification from Exodus on bands in town. And like it usually tells me when bands are like going on tour and whatnot. I open it up, it's like new Exodus album. I'm like, oh, cool. You know, and I'm learning, and it's like this concert from 1987, and it's like another fucking live album. Like, I don't know, man. I think bands are releasing like just way too many fucking live albums, and I don't know, man. Like, it's like way too many. I think it's just overkill. I think it's just like too much. You're oversaturating the market. It kind of takes away from like. You know, it just takes away from the specialness of a live album, and I just think it's kind of lazy. I feel like it's a band's way of like putting something out, like releasing an album without having to like actually write fucking like an album. I don't know, like what do you guys think about all these excessive?
Yeah, I want to go first on this because I fucking disagree with you on that shit. For one thing, 1997, Fillmore, Tom Petty and the fucking Heartbreakers, 4 fucking CD set. Fucking amazing.
Mark, he's talking about albums that came out in like the last like 2 years.
I'm talking about like recently, like
well, that was like recently. That was last year.
Mark, wait, let me finish. I'm talking about like I want to say like the last like 10 years. This has been like a trend where bands like are releasing like a new live album like twice a year. Like it just like excessive amounts of live albums, like excessive.
And what about this, Neil Sean? This was a fucking.
That's amazing.
Okay, so was the Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
But Mark,
Tom Petty's dead. I'm talking about
Tom
recently.
Petty's dead.
Neil isn't.
But Tom Petty's dead. He cannot make more studio albums.
Yeah, Mark, I'm talking about the last 10 years. All these current bands are still going, releasing like
all you
like 2 live albums like shit. Every fucking year. I don't want that shit. It's too much.
Look at him. He has it all. And Jerry Gray has one vinyl.
But no, I'm just curious about
the soundboard ones. I got all the soundboard ones.
See.
But no, I'm just curious about what everyone else thinks because, like, I mean, I'm not like gonna hate on someone because they purchased them, but I'm just saying, like, for me personally, I think it's like just too much. It's like it's overkill.
I'm very picky with it. I'm picky with like who does it and whether it's like an archival release or if it's like there's certain bands that like every single time they do a tour, they'll put a live album out.
Yeah,
and like
2 live albums,
like this, and it's like always the same set list. But there's like certain bands, like let me hold it up here.
Iron Maiden,
big time.
Oh God, yes.
Here's a good example of like one that I will buy every single time it comes out. Is Steve Hackett, the guitarist from Genesis, who Andy just saw live a couple weeks ago. Last week. These albums have all come out in the last 10 years. There's like 8 of them. And each one is a completely different set list. And he's like the only person that's still playing that classic Genesis stuff, and he has a phenomenal band. So I will always buy these albums when they come out. Versus Iron Maiden, who plays their latest shitty album in its entirety every time and puts a live album out of it. I'm not going to buy it.
I agree with you on those Iron Maiden live albums. I got the 2 I like the most, and I'm good with that. But I'd say I was happy that Tesla released this, and they don't release that many live albums because
but it's like really short. It's really short.
It's really short, but they did songs they never released on a live album before. So that was cool.
Isn't there one that they never released on anything before?
Yeah,
because I saw them play that song, like Cold Blue Steel or something like that.
Yeah, Cold Blue Steel. Yeah,
I saw them
one of their
new
singles.
Yeah, I saw them play that live. But there's certain bands that I'm fine with it, and then there's certain bands I'm not. Like And even then, within those bands, like Blue Oyster Cult is a great example. That 50th anniversary one that they just put out is amazing. But Frontiers has put out like 10 Blue Oyster Cult live albums in the last couple of years, and most of them are whatever, because it's all just like the same generic greatest hits set list. But when bands will put out like a unique live album, like that Neil Sean album, or the Blue Oyster Cult 50th anniversary, or like these archival stuff,
Tom Petty,
or like when
Mark, that
Queen,
was like millions of years ago.
when Queen put out the Live at the Rainbow from '74, finally, that's a great example. But like all these bands that like every time they tour, they'll put out an album. It's so.
What about
stupid.
that Cheap Trick one when they did
Yeah,
that was a good one. Live
Which one?
1977.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's what I mean. Like the archival stuff is really cool.
Is
But-
Still Alive and Dangerous, the deluxe version of that?
Yeah, but I completely agree with you in some cases. Like there's certain bands I'm like, why do we need another live album from this band?
Yeah.
But then there's other ones where I'm like, I really enjoy like picking up different live albums from certain artists, and there's certain ones that I'll anytime that they put out something. Another great example, over the last couple of years, Kansas put out a couple live albums where they did, one was Leftover Tour in its entirety plus another set list, and then one was Put in Overturn in its entirety plus another set list. And those are great live albums because their current lineup is so different from what it used to be, and hearing that lineup play those songs is really kind of unique.
It's like when Styx did Pieces of 8 live,
Oh,
right?
that's a great example. I
Yeah.
love that one, the Grand
Yeah.
Illusion Pieces of 8 one.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of bands that just put out the same generic greatest hits live album every couple years, and it's just like,
Aerosmith.
yeah. But like Iron Maiden is always one that pops into my head because like every single tour they do, they put out a live album. They did the Book of Souls one, they did the Final Frontier one. They're gonna do one.
Rush did that too, but I loved all those
Rush's
live
set
albums.
lists
No,
are
Rush
amazing.
is different.
Yeah.
Rush's set lists are amazing.
Yeah, I
but
was
here's the
like
thing,
saying
Mark.
if they didn't put a live album after a tour, I was going to be pissed.
Well, Mark, here's the
You
thing.
know.
Here's the thing. Like, I mean, I don't know if you're what era of Rush you're talking about, but like,
I love all
like,
eras of Rush.
I like all eras of Rush too. But it's kind of like Kiss would do. It's kind of like Kiss. Kiss would do. They did a live. That represented the black and white era. They did a live 2, which was like all the songs off the colored era, as I call it.
Obligatory Kiss news.
There we go. You got your fucking Kiss news in there. Live 3, which is like all the 80s shit and like this and that. So yeah, it's like it actually meant something to do a live album.
I understand.
Well,
Well,
but no, what Mark's talking about with Rush is like over from like what, like 99 on, they started putting out a live album after every single studio album.
Oh, fuck. See, that shit I hate.
it was good. It was good shit though.
Rush, I give a pass to because like each tour, the set list was completely different.
Oh fuck
And
yeah!
like they were a band where they'd play a lot of their new songs, but they were actually good new songs. And
Unlike Iron Man, where
there
it's
was
like
never
they
a
torture the
bad
fucking
Rush
fans.
new song.
no, because they would do like when they did the Clockwork
Dog
Angels,
Ears.
they did Clockwork Angels tour, and they had the orchestra come out, and they did Time Machine, and they played all of Moving Pictures,
Yeah.
or they did
No, the
like, they did
orchestra
theme.
was Clockwork Angels.
That's
right?
what I said.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Snakes and Arrows.
No, I said Clockwork Angels.
My bad.
And then Snakes and Arrows, they played a lot, pretty much that entire album. So I
Oh,
have that
fuck yeah.
DVD back there.
That album rules.
And then of course Rush in Rio, which is just one of the greatest live
I
albums
have
I've
that
ever
too.
heard.
Fuck
Amazing.
yeah.
But
If I throw in one, I picked up a Black Sabbath 4-disc set. One is Live in Paris, 1970, and one is Live at the California Jam. One is in Ashbury, New Jersey. What a great 4-disc pack that is. If you love Black Sabbath like I do, you should pick it up. It's called Masters of Reality, and it has like 4 live CDs in there.
Nice.
It's just, especially the Live in Paris one. That's when Black Sabbath is just primal. And
that must be one of those. That must be like one of those like bootleg company releases because I'd never seen that do an official version of that.
I have the Sabotage box set.
Yeah, because the Asbury Park is in the Sabotage box
one.
set.
Yeah.
Right, and at that time, Paranoid didn't even come out yet. They were still, and they did like a War Pigs with like different lyrics and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's super cool.
But the thing is that I want to add is that both. I mean, we are all right because like Eric was saying, sometimes it can be oversaturated with the same shit. But then, like Mark and Joseph were saying, there's so many that are big surprises of things we've never heard and things from different eras that we want to hear those eras. So it really is. It depends on what they do. Now,
I
late
got that. I got that first one. They have the raw one. That was pretty good.
Yeah,
But
that's what
you know what's really good? 2005 at the Joint. That's a fucking great Aerosmith live album right there.
Oh, I love that album.
Kings and
tell you.
Queens on that fucking album is fucking amazing.
I'll tell you a band that used to be amazing at putting out live albums, and they would do them fairly often, but now it's just like really, really kind of like what Eric's saying, where it's just like just cashing a check, and that's Dream Theater. Dream Theater used to
I
be
like Live at
great,
Luna.
but that was like the last good one.
Yeah, that's
Like,
the last
I
one I
love-
have. Yeah.
Like, I mean, you go back through and you get the live scenes from New York, and you get Live at Budokan and Score
Budokan rules.
and Live at Luna Park, and you got all these great live albums. And then after that, they started like putting out all these really shitty live albums, especially after Portnoy left, because like Live at Luna Park was the first one with Mangini on drums.
That was good.
And that was really good. And then they did one after that was pretty good as well. I think Breaking the Fourth Wall or something like that.
Yeah, it was a good one too.
And then after that, it's just been like they did a live album where they played all of Scenes from My Memory again, which is they've already done that, and it was a lot better the first time. And then they did a couple other live albums that are just like whatever. And
I don't
they're
think
kind of driving it into the ground.
I saw them do like Dark Side of the Moon and freaking what's that other album they did?
They did Master of Puppets.
Master of Puppets. That's fucking amazing.
They did Deep Purple Made in Japan too.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
A lot of y'all love Dream Theater, but man, when I look at their discography and want to do a deep dive, I'm just overwhelmed with it all.
Just start with images and words and go to Awake. Those albums will get you. Don't start with the first album. You need to start with James. Start with Images and Words and go to Awake. They're shorter albums, and fucking the one with As I Am on it. That is a fucking short album.
Thought.
I hate Dream Theater. I hate Dream Theater, but I do love that song As I Am.
Oh, fucking great song.
One live album I want to bring up before is from the Down to Earth tour on the it's like a Monsters of Rock CD. It's 1980 with Graham Bonnet. Have you heard that one, guys?
I've heard that one. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've heard that. I watched that concert before, so yeah. I mean, I love Rainbow. Rainbow to me is just like they're one of my top 5 favorite bands of all time.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah,
dude. I played fucking what is it? Deep Purple song last night on netmetalstation.com, and Richie was just fucking going off. It was on In Rock, Hard Luck Woman,
Hard Loving Man. Oh
god, and he was just going wank. He was going wanky. He was going wanky on that guitar in the beginning, and at the end, he was doing all these sound effects. Yeah. I go, fuck, he's way ahead of his time.
He was, man. I mean, he was doing sweep picking like before anyone fucking else. And that's why I get, I love Ruben De La Rosa, but like he's always talking about.
I love that guy.
Hey, that's
but I do love that guy. I love.
But that's been trademarked.
But fuck it.
But no, let me.
He ain't watching it. He ain't listening.
Ruben De La Rosa, like he always talks about like he says Yngwie's like up there with Hendrix and Eddie Van Halen. It's he changed the guitar game. And I'm like. All that fuck Yngwie Malmsteen. All that son of a bitch did was rip off Richie Blackmore and Uli John Roth, but he just played it faster. That's like fuck Yngwie Malmsteen. Fuck that Swedish. Fuck that fat Swedish fuck.
I only liked him with Joe.
One of the worst live shows I've ever seen was he played at a festival I was at a couple of years ago, and the sound was awful, and he looked like he didn't want to be there.
He doesn't. Yngwie Malmsteen's such a fucking asshole, and he's not even that great. Like he has like 3 songs I fucking like.
He has 3 good albums to me. 3 good albums.
Hey, he gave the world Jeff Scott Soto. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. That's.
I like Joe Lynn Turner on the one album.
Well, Joe Lynn Turner was already established by the time he joined Yngwie.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's get to our countdown, Jerry.
Yes.
As Jerry
I'm
takes
drinking
a drink.
Powerade. This episode,
it's his episode.
Powerade.
He needs to run the countdown. He knows it.
Powerade for pussies, man. Gatorade's where it's at.
I thought it was Powerade. Look at a Powerade bottle.
But anyway,
it was the glare.
Because he's a Pepsi geek. That's why. Powerade is Coke.
Pepsi. But for another show.
Yeah, but Pepsi geek too.
Anyway, it's time to do our top 10+1 songs about time.
Time.
Or
Let's start
time in the
out-
title.
Let's with time in the title, or
About time.
about a song about time, or even a memory would be of something considered time. You know what I mean? So, anyway, let's start with Eric, man. You're number 11, dude.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna pick this one because I feel like it's gonna be on Mark's list, and I wanted to pick it before him just to be an asshole. But I mean, I kind of did put them in order by like which ones I like more. I mean, essentially, I just like made like a big playlist of all songs.
Oh, I know what you're picking.
And like I just kind of like deleted. I kept listening to the playlist and kept just deleting them off by like, okay, I like this one, but not as much as these ones. And I am going with "Time Stands Still" by Rush.
Motherfucker. I knew you were picking
knew-
that right
yeah.
when you said that. Because I know you love
um,
Hold Your Fire. You love Ty Shan
yeah.
for fucking some
I
amazing.
love Ty Shan is their best song.
Fuck off.
But I love that song. It took me a long time to really get into like late 80s Rush when they went real like fucking keyboard heavy. Like it wasn't until like maybe like 2021 or 2020 where like I really went back into the Rush catalog and listened to some of that stuff and realized like how great it is. Especially now I'm, a little bit older, not everything has to be like loud and fast and heavy. I learned to appreciate stuff that's like a little bit different, a little bit, experimental. And I really love a lot of those Rush songs, man. And I love Hold Your Fire. And I know that's really hated amongst a lot of people, even people that love 80s Rush, like the keyboardy Rush. But, I love
Dude,
that album.
that was my first. That was my first show seeing on Hold Your Fire, dude, at the
Yeah,
Forum.
I think it's a great album. I think Time Stand Still is like, an amazing song, one of the best songs off there. There's a reason they chose it as a single. So I love me some Time Stand Still by Rush, and that's my first song.
Yeah, you motherfucker. You know,
I like that song.
All right, Andy.
Yeah, I'm gonna start off my number 11, and all my songs have the word "time" in the title.
Me too.
Same.
not me.
And
Oh,
I'm gonna
fuck
start off
you.
with just the name "Time," and the title of the song is just "Time," and it's by Hootie and the Blowfish off their debut album "Time."
Whoa.
It's one of my favorite songs off that
The
debut
Hootie
album.
Love.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Oh,
I
he
like
loves
them.
Hootie.
I'm seeing them live in a few months.
Ew.
Are you
He's
really?
touring
I've
still?
never seen. Yeah, they're still touring, and he's got his country career, and then he still
Yeah.
does his Hootie and the
Darius
Blowfish.
Rucker.
And I've never seen him. He's a very talented guy. But I'm going to start off with "Time." My roommate back when I was in college would play that song constantly on the guitar himself, and he would sing it while I was trying to watch TV. But still, I really grew to like that song. It brings me a lot of really good memories. That whole album, Cracked Rear View, really good.
Wow.
That was a huge
Well,
album.
you-
I mean, it was
Yeah.
it was a game changer back in the
I'm gonna
day.
use the bathroom real quick, guys. I'll be back.
All right.
I
All right,
mean,
let's
they
go
had
with
like 4 or 5 singles that were released on that album.
Yeah.
I guarantee they're probably gonna play it when I see them. It's the main reason I'm going is because Collective Soul's opening up for them.
Yes.
Oh
really?
yeah.
I already got that record coming from Tennessee.
I do too. Al's hooking me up.
My guy already
Saturday.
messaged me. My guy
this
already
Saturday, I
messaged
think.
me. He couldn't
All
get
right.
he couldn't get the Tesla real. I wanted that too.
All right, let's go with Joseph. Your next pick, brother.
Alrighty, so my number 11 is a beautiful orchestral ballad, also entitled "Time," and I have a sneaking suspicion that Jerry will be seeing this song live in the very near future.
I will. It's fucking a
And that is
fantastic tune.
Alan Parsons' project off the Turn of a Friendly Card album, just entitled "Time." A beautiful, beautiful orchestral ballad. One of my favorite songs on this album, which is one of my favorite Alan Parsons albums.
Yeah.
Just an absolutely phenomenal song. I really wish I got to see him, but I'm going to live vicariously through Jerry. And I'm sure you'll be seeing this one live.
He's
that's
playing another date in June at the Wiltern in LA. I'm trying to get some friends to go with me because he's playing May 11th when I'm seeing Mr. Big already. But he's coming back in June and I want to see that shit.
You should.
Who's that?
Alan
Alan
Parsons
Parsons.
project.
This is his last tour.
Yeah.
So,
Is
Wait,
it-
who went? Who
Right
went
here.
while I was gone?
Joseph picked
Joseph-
"Time" by Alan Parsons.
Parsons project.
Okay, cool.
Are you done, Joe?
Yep.
Travis.
Woo-hoo. All right.
Grab me,
well,
Patty.
I got one honorable mention before I get to my number 11. My honorable mention is from Rocky Horror Picture Show, Time Warp.
Oh, son of a bitch. I should have picked that one
That's
too.
our fleet tune.
Tim Curry,
Oh,
man. Fucking rules.
A little to the left. All right, number 11 from my favorite movie of all time, Back to the Future. Huey Lewis.
Get back in time.
Back in time.
Yeah, I didn't pick that song because I like it, but it's not one of my favorite time songs.
It is my least favorite song of the Back to the Future
Power
songs,
of
but I
Love
do
is
love
the
it.
best.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the power of love.
Yeah.
Oh, that song.
I love Heart and Soul.
Well, that's off of Sports, dude.
I know, but I love you.
You know that wasn't even their song, right? That's a cover.
I love Huey Lewis in general.
Well, you know,
rules.
Heart and Soul is a cover.
Really, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's a cover. Yeah, I'm a Huey Lewis and a news fucking nut swinger here, dude.
I want a new drug.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, new drug.
If this is it, fuck yeah.
Oh man, yes. If this is it,
Bad is bad. Fucking love Bad is bad.
Fucking sued Ray Parker for the
working
Ghostbusters.
for a living, dude. I'm taking what they're giving because I'm working for a living. Working for a living.
Huey served Ray Parker Jr. for Ghostbusters for that.
He won, yeah.
I want a new drug.
Won.
I hear Huey Lewis. I hear Huey Lewis has a big ass fucking dick.
Hey, he played harmonic with Phil Lynott. So
Did you ever see the
I never saw it.
The parody? No, not that. The parody video that they did. It was Huey Lewis and Weird Al, and they did a parody of the scene from American Psycho.
Yeah.
And it's Huey Lewis, with the axe.
Holy shit!
Hitting Weird Al,
and he's talking about American Psycho.
Yeah. American Psycho, like how in American Psycho they talk about Hippie Square.
Yeah,
he's talking about the movie American Psycho, and he does the moonwalk with the axe, and then hey Al, parody this, you motherfucker, or something like that.
Yeah, because he did I Want a New Duck.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, what's your pick?
All right, man. You know we always do karaoke on this show, and I fucking love this band, and the fucking harmonies on this fucking song is fucking rule. From the album, fucking Listen Like Thieves, fucking In Excess. This time he goes, this time will be the last time that we will fight like this. Fucking Michael Hutchins.
Does it have a groove, Mark?
It has a fucking major fucking
Jesus
groove and
Christ.
rhythm, man.
Jesus Christ!
God damn,
calm
dude.
down there.
You got to clean off your screen after that.
Yeah,
I
one.
love
He
fucking
is
Michael
everywhere.
Hutchins and fuck Bob Geldof. That's my number 11. Go ahead.
Who's
Where
next?
Yeah, I got it. My number 11 is from their debut album with the fucking great voice of John Wetton. Only Time Will Tell, man.
Thank you, Jerry.
I love that song, dude.
I had to cut it. I'm so glad you mentioned it.
It's one of those songs that still gives me fucking goosebumps every time I hear it.
Cool.
That keyboard intro.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, great song, man.
very weird video though. Very weird video.
I just love. I mean, John Wetton. Talk about your underappreciated fucking vocalist.
Oh God, what a great vocal! Ear candy,
Man,
ear
dude.
candy.
I mean, listen to him sing fucking. Oh shit! What's that slow song off Alpha? Oh shit!
The Smiles Left Your Eyes.
Smile is left right. His fucking vocal on that is legend, man. It's.
Hey, I like Astra.
listen to-
I like Astra with Go. Get up and go.
Listen to Starless by King Crimson. My God, his vocals on that.
Oh, fantastic singer, dude. But anyway, that's my number 11. Let's go with number 10, Eric.
All right, my number 10, man. This is a song by a band from my favorite album of theirs. And it's a goddamn shame that the lead singer for this band is no longer able to perform due to health issues. And this is actually the song I didn't like from the album at first, but now it's grown on me. And I'm talking about Time Bomb by Skid Row. I think the song is fucking amazing. I think that whole album is amazing. And I gotta say, man, that was the part I hated about it. I didn't like the tick, tick, tick. I thought it was kind of stupid sounding, but
That's
Listening
80s,
to it-
man. It sounded good. It's 80s.
listening to it again, it's grown on me, and I absolutely love that song. I think that's their best. That's Skid Row's best album, in my opinion, man. Because like the first 3 albums,
I like those
that
2 EPs that Johnny Salinger did with them, the Damnation ones.
I think those are pretty good. But like
those are
that,
good shit.
The Gang's All Here, that album's like the only Skid Row album where it does not have one song I'm kind of like about. Like every album that I like by them always has at least like one song that I kind of don't really like.
Yeah.
But that one was just like top to bottom. I can listen to that whole fucking thing. Eric Gramo fucking rules. I love his voice. So yeah, Time Bomb by Skid Row, man. I fucking love that damn song. I've really been listening to that album a lot lately. So
it's a good album, man.
It fucking rules, man. I love it.
I keep listening to Slave to the Grind now.
Yeah.
Oh, Slave to the Grind is a great fucking album.
Fuck yeah.
That's a great choice, Eric.
Hell yeah, man. But
All
yeah,
right,
that's my number 10.
Cool, man. Andy.
My number 10 is going to be by the Foo Fighters. Times Like These.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that I really love the Foo Fighters. I know that people talk a lot of shit about them. Well, people talk shit when it's popular and good.
I love them. I have everything they've done.
I'm seeing them this summer too. Another one.
I've never seen them as a headliner. I've always seen them as an opener. I saw them open up for Chili Peppers. I saw them open up for Weezer, but I've never seen them do a headlining show. So hopefully, soon.
They're playing like 2 dates here in BMO in August. Maybe I could get day of tickets from like StubHub or something, you know.
Dude, they played here like maybe a month ago, and they played in a little place, like a place that you're like, really? Foo Fighters are playing there?
They've been doing that lately.
Place.
They like intimate shows because Dave Grohl is not a fucking narcissist. He wants to see the audience. Yeah.
And
he's pretty set financially too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, dude. He's just giving back.
All right, so that's your number 10, Joseph.
Alrighty, so an artist I don't know if I've ever mentioned on the show before, but I'd be doing a disservice to my childhood if I don't at least mention this person once on my many shows that I've done, and that is Barry Manilow with the track "All the Time." Really kind of underrated Barry Manilow track from the 70s. Really a beautiful ballad. Just a really great track. I love some 70s Barry Manilow. And it's a really beautiful song. So yep, my number 10 is Barry Manilow.
He writes the motherfucking songs that make the
that
whole
he does.
world motherfucking.
It makes sense. You guys like ABBA, so that's
I do. I love
ABBA. I love ABBA.
You guys like ABBA and the Carpenters, man. You guys
Yep.
enjoy, man. You guys
I
You
do.
see, but the thing is that I hate ABBA, but I love Barry Manilow and I love the Carpenters. But ABBA, I can't stand.
Yeah, the Carpenters made an appearance on your show last night.
They did.
One of the songs I picked on here, my wife was surprised I picked. So
Really?
let's put it that way, yeah.
All right, so you done, Joe?
Yes, I am. Yep.
All right, Travis.
Driving Patty.
Woo-hoo! All right.
At the Copa.
Number 10. I got a heavy ass Queen song on this one. Dead on Time. Dead on Time.
That's a good one.
I love that fucking
That
song.
is a song that everybody loves and I cannot fucking stand.
Oh, I love that damn. Damn, how did that
course.
song not make my
Of course.
fucking list? Fuck, I love that song.
I can't stand anything by Queen.
What's
I'm
wrong
Not
with
big-
you?
I hate Queen, but I love that song.
Yeah.
You
I
guys
love
and Keith
Queen, but I hate
Ashcraft
that
should
song.
get together and have a club. I hate Queen.
I love Queen, but I hate that song.
Damn.
They're so boring.
Oh, Queen just kicks ass. I love
Yeah,
it.
they do.
Keep yourself alive, Andy. You know, it's all cool, man.
All right.
I want it all, and I want it now, man.
Yeah?
Come on.
I want it.
We got-
all.
Maybe Andy will have a breakthrough.
Give me the prize, man. That song fucking rules, dude.
Bergen's theme.
Yeah, that fucking song rules.
I bought Queen 2 and Sheer Heart Attack.
Oh,
Those
that's
are
great.
Those are my two favorite Queen albums.
Exactly, mine too.
And those two albums, I'll tell you what, are a good nap.
Queen 1 is my favorite, though.
Queen 2 is my favorite.
Queen
I
I
like
like,
it.
the popular one, A Night at the Opera.
Nothing wrong with that one either. I
No,
mean,
Nothing wrong with
those
that.
first 4 or 5 are all great.
But I do keep them because you never know.
News of the World ain't no shabby.
That's my top. That's my third.
I mean, you can keep Hot Space.
Yeah.
Oh,
fucking,
you need to get down and make love, man.
Bum, bum, bum.
Boom, boom,
Bum,
boom, boom.
bum.
Get down, make love, and then
All right.
every time I get high, I say I wanna come. Fuck yeah.
Make love.
All right, Mark, you're next, man.
Mark, you're next, man.
All right, man. You know, it wouldn't be me if I didn't pick one of my favorite vocalists of all time. And they had a song with time in it from their debut album, Foreigner.
Oh, I thought it was Oingo
Feels,
Boingo.
feels like the first time.
Yep.
Hell
Fucking
yeah.
what an amazing fucking song, man. It must
Good
be
tune,
the
man.
woman
Yeah.
in you brings out the man in me.
And it sounds great. Oh,
One of their better
All in the
songs to me.
world to me.
Yeah.
it really
And
is.
it
Just,
goes,
an- just an opening riff.
that fucking keyboard when it's going and he goes, it feels like the first
Yeah.
time. It's Lou's voice, and the whole band was just
Amazing
on
singer.
fire. Fucking
Yeah.
one of the best
Amazing
singers of all
singer.
time. Matthew Warner.
I
I was
agree.
watching this
Open
game.
up the door.
Great
Yeah, that's a
song,
good
great
fucking
song.
tune.
That's my
Good
number
pick,
10
Mark.
song.
Good pick,
Oh, yeah,
man.
good pick. Jerry.
My next one is going to be the song that started it all for my favorite band, man. Led Zeppelin 1. Good Times, Bad
Oh,
Times.
good one.
dude.
Bum,
I missed that.
bum, bum.
I
Hey,
mean, what
I'm
a
just
fucking...
gonna say, spoiler alert, I did not pick any Zeppelin or Floyd because I knew you were gonna do that, Jerry.
Here we go again.
Days of my youth.
Yeah.
Good song.
Hello, John fucking Bonham on drums. on
Oh
that
my
fucking
god,
song, dude.
his
It's
drumming on that
fucking
fucking
incredible,
song.
dude. That is like that's like 3
Boom.
minutes of fucking bliss, dude. That whole song
Yeah.
is, dude. Amazing, man. What a fucking powerhouse of a band.
Amazing fucking song.
And Eric used to be a Led Zeppelin hater, Jerry.
Yeah.
Edwin showed him the light.
I here's the thing though, I don't like the first Zeppelin album, but that is one of the songs I do like off the first.
It's
Zeppelin
probably
album.
one of my most hit or miss albums from them.
The first?
Oh, that's one of my favorites. I love
That album.
I'm not a blues guy. I'm not.
That
I hate
album
the fucking
destroyed
blues.
Zeppelin
I
2. We
hate-
did Zeppelin 1 against
Oh
Zeppelin
no,
2.
Zeppelin 2's
Oh,
way
Zeppelin 2's
Zeppelin
way
1
better.
destroyed
I was
Zeppelin 2.
surprised, but yeah, Led Zeppelin 1 destroyed it. Yeah.
Love
track
it.
by track.
Fuck.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go for number 9, Eric.
All right, I'm gonna do a little karaoke here. If you said goodbye to me tonight, there would still be music left to write. Oh,
The longest
what
time.
would I do?
Billy
I'm
Joel.
so inspired by you. This hasn't happened for the longest time. Fuck, I love this song.
Whoa. Hey, we got a fucking boy band here, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, we got a boy band here.
Hey, no.
Old man band. Yeah.
Hey,
man.
you guys can play instruments.
I love The Longest Time by Billy Joel.
Oh, yeah.
It always makes you think of two like Step Brothers. Like, hey, sir, we only strictly do 80s Joel. I love this song. It's catchy. It's real feel good song, and I love it. I love Billy Joel, man. He's got some great stuff. And
Dude, he
especially
doesn't have a bad album.
Nelson,
He
man.
doesn't have
I
a
love
bad
Billy
album.
Joel. I don't
The
know
bridge
about
is
that.
not great. The bridge.
Okay,
is not
okay.
great.
Stormfront was great though.
That is a good album. Great album.
What was that? Was that NBC that was on?
CBS.
CBS.
Yeah.
CBS. Lesson learned: you never fucking cut off a Billy Joel concert,
Especially
man.
not Piano Man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, Paramount Plus will replay it,
Yeah.
so that's cool.
They're gonna replay
Yeah,
it again on CBS too. I hear too. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they're doing
that's
it again,
also
like, this
an
Friday, I
Innocent
think.
Man. Am I right? Is that also in an Innocent Man?
Yeah,
That-
longest time, yeah.
Yep.
That was his
It's
doo-wop
also got
album.
Uptown Girl, right?
Well, it's
Yeah,
not a
please,
doo-wop
please.
album.
Well, it was
It's-
his tribute to the
it's
50s
a
and 60s.
throwback album.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a throwback album. Innocent Man is my favorite song off that, the title track.
Oh, that's such a good
I
song.
love I'm an Innocent Man. Fuck.
Yeah.
good pick. Good pick.
Good
Yeah,
pick,
all right.
Eric.
I love that. I love that.
I'm
song.
glad you got some Joel in your band because
Yeah, I love Billy Joel, man, and
Fucking Billy
yeah.
Joel rules, man.
it's a feel good song, man. And if you haven't seen Step Brothers, I mean, you'll always think of Step Brothers. When you hear it.
When one of us picks Innocent Man, you're on that fucking episode. There you go.
All right, yeah,
All
cool.
right. All right, Andy, you're next, man.
Yeah, number 9, one of my favorite one of my favorite songs by this band, and we just did a show on a Freeform about this band with me and Mark and Joseph and the Mooger Fooger. I'm going with Green Day, "Good Riddance," "Time of Your Life."
Nice.
Oh,
I
I love
remember
that
when I
song.
first heard that
Fucking
song, and it's off of one of my favorite albums. I love Nimrod, beginning and end. It might be maybe about 10 minutes too long because it's a long album, but that song it's kind of hidden
Love it.
towards the back and became a big hit for them. but Good Riddance, Time of Your Life. I just
Good one.
just
love that
beautifully
song.
played and sung
It's a
by
beautiful
Bill
song.
Joe.
Joseph.
Alrighty, so my next pick has one of my favorite opening lines of any song, and it's a really poignant line, and it's in France, a skinny man died of a big disease with little name. Soon his girlfriend happened to cross a needle, and soon she did the same. Prince, Sign of the Times.
Oh, good one.
Nice.
Opening to one of my favorite Prince albums, the album Sign of the Times. Great double album.
Did you get the vinyl that he re-released?
I have the album on vinyl, but I didn't get the vinyl version of the box set. I need to pick up the CD version because it has so much. Like we were just talking about it on Black Spinner last night.
I need to get that CD too, dude. I only have digital of that shit.
Yeah.
I got 1999. I got Purple Rain on vinyl too.
Yeah, because I have all of his albums on CD, but I have this one on vinyl too. But I need to get the box set with all the live stuff and the outtakes. But yeah, Sign of the Times, one of my favorite Prince albums. Great Prince song opening it up. Really great track, talking about life in 1987, what was going on in the world. Of course, that line that I just mentioned was talking about the AIDS epidemic, all kinds of stuff going on. Domestic violence comes up in this, gun regulations, all that stuff people were talking about in the 80s, which is crazy to think about.
Well,
and we're in 2024.
Yeah,
dude, what we're seeing now it's been talked about forever. So
oh yeah,
it's just
there's just more platforms to hear it from now.
Yeah, you just hear it more, but it was going around back then.
Oh, I know, but it's crazy. Like, you don't really think about it that often. And you hear a song like this. It talks about the cocaine epidemic and all the kinds of different stuff going on.
Oh yeah, especially there in the black neighborhoods when crack was introduced in the mid '80s.
And how hot was Sheila E. and Sheena Easton?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Crumbled.
Yeah, because
I wanted to get in. I wanted to get in Sheena Easton's Sugar Wall so bad.
God. But you know, like one of the lyrics on this song is something about like smoking crack and sporting a machine gun or something like that. And
that's
it's
Sign of the Times, man.
Yeah.
You know, I really need to get into some Prince. I've only got 2 Prince albums on cassette. I got Purple Rain and Around the World in 90 Days.
Around the World in a day.
Listen to Purple Rain.
I'm sorry, that's the movie. Around the World in 90 Days.
Listen to Purple Rain more. It's more rock. It's more rock.
Around the World in a Day is one of my favorite Prince albums, but I'd really recommend listening to Sign of the Times. It's a great double album. It covers some different genres. It's kind of experimental in places. It has some really, really great stuff on it.
Fuck yeah,
well, that's
great
what a double album is for. It's 4 experimental and 4 different genres.
Guess what?
Especially with all that backstory I was telling you last night on the show. If it was originally a triple album, then it was a double album that they added another single album to, and then they cut it down to this, and it's really interesting that he was able to release an album this coherent after all that.
It's so sad that I just miss Prince so quickly, and I do, and that's wrong with me. It really is.
Controversy is a great album.
That's a great album.
The Black Album, dude, is really good too. Dude, he doesn't really have any bad. Last night on netmetalstation.com, I played Sexy Motherfucker.
Ooh, great track.
I fucking love that song. Right?
Off the Love Symbol album.
All right.
I like the song Shh. I like the song Shh. That's a great song.
But no, I was going to Jerry.
Song,
Jerry,
for Travis, where you at, man? What you got?
Travis Patty.
I'll never get tired of Travis Patty. All right, so I love this band a lot. Jefferson Airplane from Surrealistic Pillow. 3/5 of a mile in 10 seconds. I love the duet between Marty Balin and Grace Slick. Ooh, I love you, baby. Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's great. Just don't get Paul Kattner singing, and we're fine.
What a great!
God, you hate Paul Kattner.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Like good psychedelic rock. I love Jefferson Airplane. 3/5 of a mile in 10 seconds. Try saying that 5 times fast.
His daughter's hot. China Kattner was pretty hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She was about to name her daughter God.
Oh,
a bit much.
Like, what the hell, Grace?
All right, good pick, dude. Good song. Mark, you're next, man.
I'll just go real quick, man, since I've taken a lot of time. Deep Purple, Child in Time.
You son of a bitch.
How did I forget that song? Oh my god.
Oh my
How
God!
could you forget those vocals by Ian Gillan?
And the
Oh my God.
guitar.
All right,
I used to-
that's
I
my
used
number
to-
one. Just knock everything down a
I used
step.
I used to piss my mom off by trying to sing that song like in my bedroom.
I'm not even.
Child in
I like doing karaoke, but I ain't even gonna attempt that. No, I want to be able to talk tomorrow. That's my fucking number
Great fucking choice.
9. Child in Time, Deep
Oh.
Purple.
Hell
All
yeah.
right, this one doesn't have time in the title, but it is about immortality and endless time. Who Wants to Live Forever by Queen.
Oh, great one.
Fuck that
Fucking
song.
Beautiful
Great
song.
fucking song, dude, man.
Beautiful.
Brian and Freddie's vocals on that, man, back and forth are just fucking incredible, dude. The orchestration's cool. Everything about it's just awesome. But,
Pure magic.
Yep. All right, Eric, number 8.
All
man.
right. What number is it?
Number
8.
Number 8. I am going to go with a really heavy, badass fucking song. I'm going with some Doro Pesh. More specifically, her band Warlock. Song "Time to Die."
That's a good one.
Man,
Good
that's
choice.
just a fast, furious, fucking heavy metal, badassery fucking song. I love Doro Pesh, man. You know, fuck Lita Ford. You know, Doro Pesh is way higher than Lita Ford.
I would
but
fuck
she-
Lita Ford. Okay, that's no problem.
Doro Pesh is
You
way
would fuck Doro too, so
Doro Pesh is way sexier than Lita Ford, and her music is just way better. I'm sorry, Lita Ford her music fucking sucks.
I like Lita. She's cool.
I like Out for Blood, and the song she did with Ozzy, and that's it.
I
but
was just
Doro
gonna say,
Pesh-
don't close
Doro
your
Pesh
eyes
rules.
forever on that. You know,
But I agree with you. I probably do like Doro and Warlock a little bit better than Lita, but I do like Lita too. But that's a good
Yeah.
pick also, brother.
Yeah, Time to Die by Warlock, man. Fucking badass fucking metal
Yep.
song, man.
All right, Andy.
Oh yeah, man.
Ooh,
My
yeah.
number 8.
Yeah.
Great opening track for "Somewhere in Time" by Iron Maiden. Caught
Yes!
somewhere in time.
Yes.
That's a badass song, dude. A great 8-minute track. And this was before they got overindulgent. This was an 8-minute track that got to the point, opened up a really great album that started their exercise into the prog metal that they will do.
All right. Sorry, I'm a little drunk.
Oh no, that's okay. Repeat myself.
So am I.
Somewhere in time.
I think Eric has an upset tummy.
Yeah, I do.
All right. Joseph.
Alrighty, so my number 8 is a really, really great instrumental track off of the latest Liquid Tension Experiment album entitled A Passage in Time, or A Passage of Time, I believe. Really, really great track. It was the first single off the album.
I don't know it.
It's
Yeah, what
Mike
is that?
Portnoy, it's Portnoy, Petrucci,
Gotcha.
Tony Levin, and
Oh shit, Tony Levin
and
Shit.
Jordon Rudess.
Yeah.
Really, really great side project that they started back
had the
when those
first 2
three
albums.
were all in Dream Theater.
Yeah.
And Tony Levin absolutely is a badass bass player, and really,
Chapman,
really great
the
track.
Chapman stick, the
Yeah.
Chapman stick master, man. Fucking badass.
Absolutely. But Passage of Time was the first single off of their latest album. They recorded this over the pandemic. Really, really great track. One of my favorite LTE songs. Really, really great track. If anyone has not heard Liquid Tension Experiment or
Liquid
particularly
Tension
this
Experiment,
album,
I'm gonna write
Really,
that down.
really
man.
good group, man.
Really, really
I
great
got the
stuff.
first 2 albums. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh wow, they,
And
have more than
had
one album,
another-
huh?
Mike
Yeah, this is
Portnoy
their
has another
third.
instrumental band
Gotcha.
too.
Cool. Awesome.
What's
Yeah,
the
this
other
is
one
this
you
is their
got?
third. The first two came out in the late 90s.
Yeah, they were old. Yeah.
Damn,
So,
I got like 13 fucking bands I need to do deep dives in, man. Shit.
Luckily, they only have 3 albums, so
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, so let me ask you a question, because the only way you learn is by asking questions. Because the name Tony Levin has been going around a lot lately.
yes.
Who is he exactly? Because I'm
Peter
not too
Gabriel.
familiar.
Peter Gabriel was bass
Peter
player.
He was in
Gabriel.
King Crimson.
The bald guy.
Momentary Lapse of Reason. He played bass on that album.
He was in the Discipline lineup of King Crimson.
Wasn't
Okay,
he?
in the early 80s.
Oh, yeah.
And he's been with Peter Gabriel for like decades. I mean, if you see him
Did he play
live.
with? Did he play with
yeah.
Bogart?
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he's been Peter Gabriel's bassist since the 70s.
Yeah, the bald-headed guy with the mustache.
Okay.
With the big bass with like the 50
Yeah.
different strings, the
Yeah.
Chapman stick.
Okay.
All
right, that's what I wanted to know.
He's played with everybody.
What
He's a
if you get a
phenomenal
chance?
bass
Watch
player.
that Secret World concert by Peter Gabriel. Really
That's
good.
fucking
amazing,
badass, dude.
amazing
Yep.
concert.
Fucking great fucking concert.
Oh, the version of I love how they closed that with "In Your Eyes."
Oh man, I love that fucking extended version, dude.
Oh, with Paula Cole. Oh,
Yeah.
Plus, he was in a big ball bouncing on the stage. Fucking
yeah.
cool. Fucking great.
All right, that's where are we on now? Travis.
All right, number 8. It's a cover, but I'm going with the iconic cover of the song "Humble Pie." 30 Days in the Hole.
Nice.
What a! It's just a classic rock staple. It rules. And I know it doesn't have time or months or years in it, but days.
It's talking about time, yeah.
So there you go. I love this song, man. And Steve Marriott, one of the greatest rock vocalists of all time.
Yeah,
Mark, you know, at 5 o'clock, they take me to the gallows pole.
Yeah, good tune.
The sands of time are clearly running
One of
low.
the good Bruce songs.
Hallowed be thy name, Iron fucking Maiden. It didn't have time in the title, but they're talking about time.
He says the sands of time.
Sands of time are running low. And 5 o'clock, they take me to the gallows pole. You know. Fucking great fucking song. There's nothing I can really say about it. I'm fucking picking that one. I'm glad I picked it before any of you all.
I got an Iron Maiden song on my list.
Yeah, I got one too. I'm glad it's coming up right now, actually.
Oh fuck.
Dun, 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 dun. Kill for game or shoot the name. We don't need a reason. The golden goose is on the loose and never out of sea. What a fucking badass Maiden song that is, dude.
That's a great song.
To me, Power Slave was probably the best legendary Maiden album. I mean, I still like them after that, but you're talking about great album, great run of albums. It kind of ended with that one, but what a great fucking song that is, dude. I mean, just the riff itself. Basic ass guitar riff, but man, it's a jammer, man. You know what I mean? The whole fucking song rules. The whole album rules. Anyway, that's my number 8. Let's do number 7, Eric.
Fuck yeah. All right, so a little bit diverse list here that I have. You know, I got some metal, I got some rock, and I got some oddball stuff, and this is one of those ones. I love this song. I might take a lot of shit for this, but I love this song, man. It's a beautiful, like, amazing, like, kind of early 80s, like, ballady pop song. I gotta go with Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper, man.
Yeah, beautiful fucking tune, dude.
Love this damn song. Great. I love it.
Great song.
It's a great song. You hear it in a lot of movies and whatnot. You know, not much more I can say about it. You know, if you hadn't heard it, listen to it. It's great.
Yeah, I think that's one song.
And 2 of the Hooters wrote that with her, Eric Hyman and Brazilian. They wrote that with her, and they even did their own version of it on a live. I had the concert live in Philadelphia.
Yeah, my dad had a Hooters CD.
They're great.
The first 2 Hooters CDs are just amazing.
I only know the first. That was Nervous Night. The first
Nervous
album?
Night, and then One Way Home is my favorite, dude. It's more bluesy.
Well,
really,
that's another band I never got into, and I don't think
Have you ever heard the song? It goes, Johnny B. There's so much we need to see. Open your eyes. And then fucking they had God's Gonna Buy You a Satellite. You never seen that?
I love All You Zombies and
All You Zombies, that rip. No.
And We Dance. That's a great track.
Fucking Blood from a Stone. I love the Hooters, dude. I love all their shit.
Okay. Andy.
Yeah. So just a quick question. That Peter Gabriel live, was that Secret World live that y'all are talking about?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I found it on Kilo. So I'll just go ahead and queue it for later on.
Kilo.
You need to let us know.
I think it's on.
About it.
It was on demand on Pluto too, on that one station they have on Pluto. You might want to check that out too.
I put it on a torrent years ago and put it on a DVD, and now I can't find it. But
this Kilo is great. QELLO. It's got almost everything you could possibly think of live. I love it.
I love Peter Gabriel, man.
I think I paid like $2.99 a month.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
And I actually forgot that they even charged me. but I've had it for years. I love it. Every time y'all mention something live, it's on there. It's great. So
awesome. Yeah.
my number 7, it's going to be a classic song, a classic rock song, because I love classic rock. Does anybody really know what time it is by Chicago?
It's a good one.
That's just that was one of the songs that introduced me to Chicago. But maybe Color My World was probably first. But does anybody really know what time it is? I love to hear it live, which I've seen Chicago several times, and that's just such a fun song too.
I'm not too. I mean, I know they're getting old, but I'm not really like the new lineup they got now. They don't do nothing for me. To me, when Jason Sheff left the band, I don't know. I just don't like the singers they got since he left.
That lead singer I have right now, that they have right now, is kind of
just
irritating.
Not. Yeah, that's a good word to describe it. It's just not as good. But good pick on that one. All right, Joseph.
Alrighty. So this is probably the most recent song on my list. It's only from a couple years ago. And if this band doesn't release any more albums, I think this is the perfect song for them to encapsulate their entire career on. And I've never heard a song that quite encapsulates a band's almost 50-year career as much as this song does. And that is off their most recent album, Power Up, Through the Mists of Time by AC/DC.
Great fucking song.
Good one.
One of my favorite songs they've done in years.
That album fucking surprised the hell out of me.
It's an amazing album. That song especially, with that kind of odd time signature riff, and it's really cool. And
that album.
Brian sounds amazing on this track.
Yeah,
and I love the melody, and you did the harmony vocals, the in the background. It's just really great. One of my absolute favorite AC/DC songs of the last probably 2 decades.
That album is fucking amazing.
Such an amazing album.
Like the albums Black Ice and Rock or Bust, they were okay. But this was wow.
Yeah, I agree with you, but there's no bad AC/DC album. There's no bad.
Really
to me, Black Ice was a little. It was fine. I really liked Rock or Bust. But this album was just.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
it came out of nowhere.
You're not going to get. You know what you're going to get with an AC/DC album. You're not going to get like a prog album or anything from them. You know what I mean? You know what you're going to get, and that's what's also awesome about AC/DC.
No, but even then, it surprised me how fresh this album sounded.
Yeah,
like this album sounded like good. They sounded so. I mean, right from the beginning with Realize, it's just such a it just kicks you in the teeth, pun intended. Brendan O'Brien, who's produced most of their albums.
Stone Temple Pilots, Bruce Springsteen, Pearl Jam.
He's produced their last 3 or 4 albums.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Travis
Patty.
All right. Number 7. Of course, you got to put Pink Floyd Time on this list. It's just a masterpiece.
Yep.
Just the way that you hear the TikToks turn into the drum sounds.
Yep.
It's a masterpiece off one of the greatest albums of all time. I can't say enough about it. It's just flawless.
Yeah, it is an incredible album, and one of David's best solos too. I love the fucking solo.
Not Pink Floyd fan.
But yeah, great song. Good pick though. Mark,
you guys picked Asia already. I picked a different Asia song off the debut album called Time Again. Yeah. Time again. The fucking thing that Steve Howell's doing in that fucking song is fucking like I love Trevor Rabin, but that shit he's doing on that Asia album is way different than he did in Yes.
I mean, that's such a lineup of musicians that just you never hear people talk about. I mean, to have John Wetton, Steve Howe, Jeff Downs, and Carl Palmer all in the same band is nuts.
The drum solo,
and they were never really considered or a super group for some reason.
No.
Like they were a super group.
Yeah, but they delivered. You know,
they were awesome.
Groups.
Yeah, and growing up, I always heard Heat of the Moment on the radio, and even I heard Only Time Will Tell quite a bit as well. But you never really. They just said, "Oh, that's Asia." And then it wasn't until I really started to get into music, I'm like, wait, that's who Asia is?
Yeah. The deep tracks were the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Deep tracks on the albums were the best.
Yeah. And then
that's my Time Again, Asia, number 7.
Nice. Jerry?
All right, man. I gotta go. If it ain't broke, it don't need fixing. Got to go with Zeppelin again.
Of course you did.
Well. So I can die easy in my time of dying. In my time of dying off Physical Graffiti, my favorite album of all time.
Yeah.
Hands
Jerry?
down, my favorite album.
Well,
What?
I agree. That's my favorite Zeppelin album, not my favorite album of all time.
Well, it is the best album in the world. I don't care what anybody says.
That's
But
fine.
Good fucking album.
but yeah, I mean,
I'll do it.
like I said it before, it's like the culmination of their previous 5 albums all put in one. That's what's so great about Physical Graffiti. Different sounds. Some bands can't pull off doing different types of music, but Zeppelin, man, could do anything. They could fucking do anything.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, well, that's my number 7. Let's go with number 6, Eric.
All right, number 6, and I gotta give my buddy Jalen Herrera, JJ Irons. I gotta give him a shout out. He loves this damn song. He loves this incarnation of this group a lot. He always posts this band on his Instagram and everything. So he really made me go back and listen to this song more, and it really made me like fall in love with this song. I'm talking about a song by the Macaulay Schenker Group, not the Michael Schenker Group, the Macaulay Schenker Group. I'm talking about Time. God damn, what a great 80s metal ballad, man. Just, God, I love it with the keyboards and everything. And I'm not the biggest Macaulay Schenker Group fan. It was definitely Michael Schenker.
You're talking about any time, right?
No, I'm talking about Time. There's a song just called Time
too.
Oh, I don't know that
one. When there's so much more to live.
I like McNally Schenker better than the Michael Schenker band.
Who's McNally?
Not me.
Yeah, who's McNally?
Macaulay. Well, I'm saying it wrong. I love him in Black Swan and his last 2 solo albums too. So there you go.
Yeah, I love Michael Schenker Group. Was never a big fan of Macaulay Schenker Group. It was definitely more poppier, more AOR, and although I do love the song Save Yourself, but I do love this song too, man. It's a really great song. It's like just has all the elements that I do love about 80s pop metal. Great fucking song, and I want to give a shout out to my buddy Jalen Herrera. Really cool guy. He really got me to listen to that song again, and it's fucking amazing.
I love Macaulay Schenker. Give me your love. You know what it does to me.
I love Save Yourself, man. That song that's my favorite like Michael Schenker solo song.
The song Anytime is a fucking great tune too.
You should listen to his
awesome.
I
probably do know it. I probably do. I do know the Black Swan stuff. I do know it.
I'm talking about Eric. Do you know Black Swan?
Oh.
That's with fucking Red
I never
Beach.
I never listened to it.
That has your buddy Jeff Pilson is playing bass in that band.
Oh, I'll check it out.
He's writing songs. The 2 Black Swan albums has Jeff Pilson in there on bass, and he's making a third one. He's making a third one right now.
I think Jeff Pilson and fucking him should fucking like fight it out. Who plays with the most fucking bands? No, Jack Blades and Jeff Pilson, man.
Jack Blades stop.
He stopped. He's just not really in many anymore.
He's just a Night Ranger now.
But
you love Jeff Pilson. You should check out the first 2 Black Swan albums.
I'll check it out. Yeah. Andy.
All right, Andy.
Yeah, my number 6 is off of one of my favorite musicians, which I'm going to go see in a couple of weeks. I'm so excited to go see him for the 5th time. My number 6 is off the it's the title track by Neil Young, Comes a Time, which was an album from 77, Comes a Time. It's the title track. It's a great country flavored jam. It's a really good album. It was an album that was released in between Live Rust and Rust Never Sleeps. It was released in the middle of that. So it gets kind of overshadowed, but it's a great album. Love it. It's one of my favorite albums by him. And I get to go see him in 2 weeks with Crazy Horse. So that's going to be a jam. I'm excited.
All right, Joseph.
I would be surprised if Mark does not mention this song. And if he doesn't, I'm sure it's on his list, but he's going to give me the traditional, well, I knew you'd pick it excuse. And I know it hurts to say goodbye, but it's time for me to fly.
Yeah.
No, I didn't pick it.
Really?
No.
Interesting.
Wow.
That's surprising.
Well, that's a great song, though. I'm sad I didn't pick it now.
one of my favorite tracks from this era of REO. Not my favorite. Roll with the Changes is my favorite from that time.
I like Say You Love Me or Say
love that
Goodnight.
fucking song. That song reminds Roll with the Changes reminds me of my wife.
I like
that
Say You
track.
Love Me or Say Goodnight. Fucking love
That's a
that
great,
song.
great one.
Talk about an album with great deep tracks. That one has it.
Yeah, it really is a good album.
I think it's better than High Infidelity, actually.
Oh, front to back, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I like Good Trouble a lot too, man.
Yeah. Well, no, I 9 Lives.
9 Lives is fucking amazing. But the REO album and REO 2 are my favorite.
Yeah, some great 70s stuff. But yeah,
talked about that last night too, I think.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, because I'm in the middle of a deep dive of REO.
Right,
as soon as you
pick,
are
man.
able.
All right, go ahead and say his name, Eric.
Gonna say it. It's Travis Penny. With his number, whatever the fuck number we're on. 6.
All right. Number 6, from one of my favorite metal bands of all time, Halloween, from Keeper of the Seventies Part 1. With a little time from Halloween. Just Michael Kiske just singing super high on that one.
Fucking hate myself.
Ty Hansen shredding on that guitar.
I know you picked that album.
One of my top 10
myself.
One of my top 10 favorite metal albums of all time. Halloween.
Fucking A. Actually, I like number 2 better, but I love number 1. And we gotta do number 2.
I'm with you. I like number 2 better.
We did the number 1 review with Metal Mike.
Yeah, we need to do number 2 eventually.
I like Walls of Jericho better, but
Walls of Jericho's my favorite.
Yeah, that's a good album.
Oh, Warrior. Oh, fuck me. I love that song.
MVP for Travis for that fucking pick right there. I completely forgot about Halloween, man.
Fuck yeah.
All right, Mark.
I had to pick. This doesn't have time in the title, but it talks about the sun setting, and the sun setting is about time, right?
Okay.
The sun never sets on a love that shines, you know? So it's Cheap Trick from the Crazy Boom Zoom album, or whatever it is. I love that fucking song. Me and my wife dance to that song, and it talks about time because the sun never sets. You know, that's about time. The sun controls time, the sun and the moon. So I kind of went off the wall there, but I love fucking Cheap Trick, and I needed to get them in this episode.
Well, nothing is more off the wall than Hallowed Be Thy Name.
Yeah.
Hallowed Be Thy Name talks about time.
Once.
Yeah.
But it's talking about time.
Okay.
It qualifies. It qualifies.
Jerry said
it's because it's a good song. It's not like picking some
Oingo Boingo.
Well,
I'm just kidding, Mark.
No,
I didn't pick an Oingo Boingo.
I'm just picking.
You know, but you brought it up in the episode.
Who was his number 1 on the Predator list last week?
Samantha Fox, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
I thought it was Christina Applegate.
No, Christina Applegate.
Oh,
one of those two.
Oh well, I don't know, but when
I heard Samantha Fox was the side chick.
I heard say Jack Tripper when I was hearing it. I was like, Jack Tripper. What am I listening to?
I think Mark smoked a little too much weed before.
Hey, Eric said I could pick a comedian. I could pick anybody I wanted.
Yeah,
and I think he began to regret saying that.
Yeah,
I double checked with him 3 times.
Yeah, I think it's got to be who can contribute to that certain thing is what, you know.
And that was your sole survivor. That's like, come on, man.
Christina Applegate?
Yeah.
Oh,
because every guy in that team fought for her to keep her alive. That's why. Makes sense.
We're not doing this again.
Yeah, we're not doing this. Jerry, go ahead. What's your number 6?
You mean they got worse than Jack Tripper?
He made him some Coco Vin, man. The Predators are happy.
Fucking, and then hooked up like a Regal Beagle after that.
You really do think outside the box. Way outside.
There's outside of the box, and then there's fucking outside the fucking planet Earth, man.
I'm insane. Give it to me. I'm insane.
Yeah, for real. Jerry, what's your number 6?
Yeah.
So off the great album. Thank you.
Okay. Off the great album, Paradise Theater by Styx, one of my favorite bands. Too Much Time on My Hands, man.
Great fucking song.
Great fucking Tommy Shaw tune, man. Never get fucking tired of that. I never really get tired of any Styx. I just wish they would fucking stop making new shit if Crash of the Crown is going to be their last.
I should have worn my Crash of the Crown shirt again.
We got to organize this, Mark. We can both wear our.
We can wear both our Crash of the Crown shirts, yeah.
But I mean, what a great fucking album too, man. I mean, what was
Yeah,
so
it
cool
is.
about
Yeah,
was
Crash
so
the
cool
Crown,
about-
great album.
Crash was great. Thanks,
what was so
Jerry.
cool about Paradise Theater, man? Like I always say when we talk about that, is the fucking you turn the backside over and it's got
Etch.
their
etching.
logo fucking
Yeah.
etching in it. It's just
Yeah.
awesome. And you know that's a staple on their fucking set list still this date.
Mhm.
Yeah.
One
One of these days, I really want to see him play Halfpenny, Twopenny live.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah,
Go Cougar Ran.
but anyway, that's my number 6. Let's go number 5, Eric.
All right, number 5. I gotta go with this guy, man. Mr. Lizzie Borden, one of my all-time favorites. I fucking love Lizzie Borden. I'm going with the song from his debut EP, Give Him the X, No Time to Lose. Fuck, this is just a great heavy metal classic, man. It's like American, like US power metal, like, before power metal became like, virgin metal, when it was still cool and still had some balls to it. No Time to Lose, man. I mean, if you love like the, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, like twin guitar, like screech, you got on No Time to Lose, and Lizzie with those fucking amazing fucking vocals. It's got great hooks, great melodies to it. No Time to Lose by Lizzie Borden, man. I mean, that whole EP, Give Him the Axe, is fucking phenomenal. I fucking love it. But yeah, No Time to Lose, man. Had to go with Lizzie Borden's song because he has a song with time in it, and gotta go with my man Lizzie.
That works.
Oh yeah.
All right.
He's a guy I'd love to see again because I saw him play a short set. I'd love to see him again.
I love to see Lizzie. I hope to see Lizzie Borden before I die.
All right, Andy.
Yeah, my number 5 is a song by the Beatles off their second album, Not a Second Time. Love that song. A really great deep track. I don't think it was ever released as a single, but man, it's a really good Love Gone Bad, and he's not going to stand for it. When everybody else at that time was talking about lovey-dovey forever, these guys came out with Not a Second Time. A really good scuffle. No, not scuffle. Shuffle. Thank you. So yeah, the Beatles with Not a Second Time.
Right on.
So
All right, good one, Joseph.
All right, I'll mention this quickly because Andy's already mentioned this song. A band that he and I were just on a podcast about not too long ago, and that is Green Day with Good Riddance, Time of Your Life.
Love it. Love it.
Amazing track. Just basically, I mean, what a way to tell your partner to fuck off. Like, actually, just like, bye. I hope you had the time of your life. I never want to talk to you ever again.
Yep.
I always view that song differently than that. I really do.
Well, I mean, it's called Good Riddance. So
Yeah,
but that song was like all over. That song was all over like college graduations, high school graduations, and shit.
I know
like that.
the meaning kind of changed.
Yeah,
over
it's
the
like
years.
everybody thinks Every Breath You Take is like a romantic song, but if you
Oh, it's
fucking
like about stalker.
Well, that's
or
why
Hello by Lionel Richie.
yeah,
that's why Sting did. That's why Sting said, "If you love somebody, set them free." That was the antidote to Every Breath You Take.
Mm-hmm. Because
All right, go ahead and
he has
say
her
it.
chained up in his
Travis
basement.
Patty.
man, but that video for Hello, ugh.
Oh God.
The blind girl. Oof.
A blind girl, and that's because he was a teacher and she was a student. And he's all calling her at home, and she's
Hey, I love that song, Lionel Richie.
oh yeah, that's a
rules.
great song. I love that song.
I love Dancing on the Ceiling also.
Oh
and,
yeah,
and his stuff with the Commodores, like Easy.
oh yeah.
Fucking great shit.
That's good.
Oh,
Stuff.
Travis Patty. Let Travis Patty talk.
yeah.
Well, I was gonna have Iron Maiden on my list, but this is one of the rare times where I changed my mind and I thought of another song that I really wanted to be on the list.
Yes.
One of my favorite psychedelic rock songs. I'm talking about the Chambers Brothers. Time Has Come Today. Love that tune. It gets trippy as fuck in the middle of that song. I love that tune. It's just an iconic 60s rock classic. You know how much I love 60s psychedelic rock. So
Yeah, you
I had to. So the Chambers Brothers. Time Has Come Today.
Cool. All right, Mark.
This does talk about time in it, but I did have Chicago that Andy already picked it. So he picked it. So I had a one that could jump in really quick. And since Eric already stole my thunder with one of the Rush songs, I had to fucking pick another Rush song really quick. So I'm picking Manhattan Project. Imagine a time where it all began. They're talking about history. They're talking about a place and time. About building the fucking atomic bomb.
I'll accept. I'll
no,
stretching it, but I'll
They're
accept
talking
it.
about
I'll
history.
accept
that one's a
No,
little.
no,
But
you're
they're
really
talking
pushing
about.
it.
You said anything about time. They're
You're
talking
pushing
about
it.
a time.
The reason I'm going to accept it is because my next one's going to be controversial too. So that's why I'm going to accept
They're
it.
talking about time. They're talking about history. History
Right.
is
Oh,
time.
Right.
You
I know what
you said about time or time in the title. That is about time. And they even say time in the song. So there you go.
All right, Jerry, go ahead. Yeah,
It's their show, so
yeah.
Jerry,
Mark,
you
Mark,
explain
Mark,
yourself
if you
better than-
Mark, if you
It's-
pull any of that
it's-
bullshit on my topic next week, I'm cutting you off.
Yeah, it's the next one that's going to be controversial. But this one, like I said, if it ain't broke, you don't fix it. You start out a great fucking album with good time, bad times. How do you fucking end it? How many more times, man? Love that fucking riff off Led Zeppelin 1, dude. I
That's
love the
3 Zeppelin songs.
It's
I
he
got
can
the-
do whatever the fuck he wants.
He had 4 on his list last night.
He's a grown ass man, Mark.
I love that.
Hey,
too,
I'm
man.
fucking with him because he's a brother. I can fuck with him.
But dude, I mean,
He's
what
a grown ass man.
dude, that was that fucking album. And if you hear the footage of them doing that live back in that time period, dude, that band was just fucking on fire,
dude.
man. I'm
They were
telling
going off the fucking rails.
man,
And
I'm
I got
telling you.
that on that CD. I got that one that has them live at the Olympic from 68 or 69.
Yeah.
Like
That's
that.
a video. I think you see that black and white video of them doing that song live a
Yeah.
lot. Where he's introducing the band. It's just an amazing fucking performance, dude. No fucking bullshit explosions, no bullshit this. And there ain't nothing fucking fake about any of the Zeppelin recordings, dude. It's all live, dude.
Yeah.
All live. So but anyway, okay, I've been sucking their dick a lot. So let's go with Eric, number 4.
Number 4.
Oh my god, I got it all over me.
It's Ball Breaker all over again.
Oh
Yeah,
God!
it is.
Don't bring that up. We'll talk about that for an hour.
My number 4 is by a guy who, I mean, a lot of people really seem to fucking hate on this guy, and I think he's an amazing guitar player. I love his band, and this is from my favorite album by him, and it's got to be up there as like it'd be like one of my top 30 albums of all time. Talking about Black Label Society and their Mafia album, their best album in my opinion. Been a long time. That album, Mafia, fucking rules, man. Black Label Society was one of those bands that took me a while to get into, but once my dad bought the Mafia album when it came out, and he put that shit in his car stereo, and I heard it, I was hooked, man. There's not a bad song on that album. It's probably his best album. He's had some good albums after it, but like
that's really his last great album.
Yeah, like I love a lot of his albums afterwards, but he never fucking topped Mafia. That's a perfect fucking album. And been a long time. I mean, man, what a fucking great song, man. I mean, I love Zakk Wylde, man. I don't know why he gets so much fucking hate.
I don't know why
he rules.
I love him too.
He's a great guitar player, great songwriter, man. I mean, he can do fucking anything, and I love Zakk Wylde.
Who hates Zakk Wylde? Does he really
A lot
get a lot of
people
hate? I don't hear it, really.
People fucking hate him, man. A lot of people just shit all over.
He gets a lot of hate.
Zakk
People really hate on Black Label, especially. People call it like generic butt rock or something like that. I love that those early.
We should
couple
ask
Black
Jeff
Label
Beers
albums.
if that is butt rock.
Mafia
Is it butt rock or rad? Yeah.
Yeah,
Butt
but
rock
no,
or rad?
because he gets on me that I like Buck Cherry, and he says that's butt rock, man. I go fuck off.
Well,
What were you saying? What were you saying, Travis?
butt rock.
I like Buck Cherry.
Mafia has my favorite Black Label Society song, Suicide. I love Suicide.
Yeah, dude, I remember I saw him play that live, and it was just like the most life-changing experience. Like, it's just like that. It was such a euphoric moment seeing him play that. Like, he was just like, when he says, like, we've been waiting here for you, and seeing the whole crowd in unison, just like, we've been waiting here for you, and pointing at him is like fucking awesome.
I love him.
I love Zakk. I love him. Love him to death.
I love everything he's done.
Amazing fucking guitar player, dude.
Oh yeah, but that's
I mean, he brought Ozzy back to fucking life, dude. I mean, he got
He really
Ozzy
did.
out of that.
Yeah.
that fucking bad Ultimate Sin album, and then fucking came out
Yeah.
with fucking,
I do love Ultimate Sin, but he
Oh,
kind of
thank
brought
you
Ozzy
so
back to
much, Jerry.
yeah.
Thank you so
Crazy.
much. The
Fire in
Ultimate
the
Sin is a
sky.
piece of shit.
It's too clean. And fucking what was Ozzy dressed like back then too on that fucking tour? Holy
was
shit!
like a
everyone
woman.
dressed like everyone dressed.
I know,
like
but that was just not for Ozzy. Ozzy and Gene Simmons, man, back at the Asylum.
Yeah,
That was his share
for
outfit.
designing
yeah,
women.
that was
That was
but
Designing
horrible.
women.
Andy,
Designing
what's
women.
This had
I love
sequence.
the Ultimate Sin too,
All right,
man.
Andy.
I love it. Yeah, Andy, what's your number 4?
My number 4, it's already been mentioned by Eric. Cyndi Lauper, Time After Time.
Love
I
it.
that song.
Fucking love it.
That whole album. She's so unusual. It's such a good album. And the track of "Girls Just Want to Have Fun." If y'all really
I love
listen
that
to
song.
those lyrics are so deep. It's not just about girls having fun. It's about girl power. It's about girls being independent from men. It's a great song.
And it has Captain Lou Albano in the music video.
Fuck yeah. Oh, and then she had that
Lou.
one music video. She had that Goonies
The
music
Goonies
video
with Roddy Piper.
with
Yeah.
had like Andre, Iron Sheik, all these fucking.
Oh well,
wrestlers.
she would come out sometimes on WWF.
Yeah, she'd come out with Wendy
WrestleMania
Richter.
1. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
It was
All
so
right.
much fun back then. You know,
Yeah.
no one can get away with that anymore with this kind of media bullshit.
You
So much
bop,
fun.
we bop,
they bop.
Yep. And that
Joseph.
Goonies song was so good.
Yeah, that was good, man. Joseph, what's your number 4?
Alrighty. So my next 2 picks are both opening tracks off of self-titled debut albums, and both of which completely revolutionized a genre.
I'm fucking fading away in the darkness.
I was gonna say Jerry's kind of losing himself over there. When this album came out, there was nothing that sounded like this, and then within a year, everything sounded like this. And just a few simple words: let the good times roll.
Oh yeah.
That one almost made my list. That's such a good song.
I mean, within a year of this album, everything sounded like the Cars.
Yes.
That was one of our best album battles. That against Candy O, man. That was a
those 2 amazing albums.
Yeah.
But
the Cars and the debut Van Halen album both changed music fucking forever, and they both came out around the same time.
Yep, same year.
Yeah, same year.
Right?
Yep. I mean,
pick.
Amazing track. The production on this, I mean,
amazing.
The sounds, the electronic sounds that were being used by the Cars.
Roy Thomas Baker, right?
Yeah, nobody sounded like that.
Nobody.
And, I mean, just right from the beginning, it's on the boom, boom. It's just
you got that riff. You got that riff, and you got that do 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 with the keyboards. It's just counter,
and the electronic drums and all that stuff.
Done,
it just sounds such a great. Nothing sounded like it, and it's just such an influential album. And what a way to open up! What a way to start your career!
All right, Eric.
God, yes.
Trevi
Petty.
All right. Well, speaking of Cyndi Lauper, Eric, what Silent Lucidity is to you, Girls Just Want to Have Fun is to me. That is the worst song I've ever heard in my life.
I fucking hate Silent Lucidity. I fucking goddamn.
I hate her. But number 4 is the song I love from the Guess Who. No Time Left for Me. Do you know that one? No Time.
No time. I got no time.
No time for your woman. But Burton Cummings is one of the greatest rock vocalists.
He's a great singer, man. He's very underrated.
I love the Guess Who.
On my way to better things. It's a good song.
Oh,
good, man. Fucking great to mention the Guess Who, dude. Good pick, man.
Oh yeah, good pick.
Mark.
Mark, I'm gonna go. Time goes by, bridges burn, wheels will turn, and time goes by. Bring it back again.
Triumph.
I'm trying to do Triumph. Time Goes By Triumph
Love
off Thunder 7
song.
Fucking great fucking lyrics. Great fucking when I'm in a bad mood, I listen to fucking Triumph.
Oh, yeah, they're
fucking
very uplifting music,
fuck,
man.
I love
Very
Triumph.
is,
Yes,
I
uplift.
fucking want to hear rock and roll machine faster than you ever see. You know, fucking they just get you going. It's not
They do.
fucking like weighing you down with fucking shit or whatever. And time goes by. It's talking about time, but they're doing it a positive way. You can fucking change and make it better. Fucking
Yeah,
love
time
that
goes
shit.
by. Time goes by, man. Something shitty happens. Time's gonna go by, and like you'll get things will get better. Yeah, I love
In 2 or
Triumph.
3
So
days,
positive.
every
Yeah.
time.
Man. And Mark, I want to do a Triumph episode with you, man.
Fucking love
Hey, I'm
Triumph.
down for that, man.
I'm down for time.
We need to do rock and roll machine or progressions of power.
Or Allied Forces.
We did Allied
Yeah, I already did.
You already
Forces
did Allied
Mark.
Forces. Yeah. I did Never Surrender by myself, so we could redo that one.
I got that.
Game.
I've got the Rock and Roll Machine on silver vinyl.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, Thunder 7 is my to be announced future episode from me. So
Yeah.
Thunder
I
7 is
like
something.
that album.
Yeah. So okay, that was my
All right.
that was my number 4, Jerry.
Jerry.
All right. My pick, like, hey, man. Sue me if you want. I don't care. If it
Zeppelin.
ain't broke, you don't need to fix it.
Yeah.
This might be a little controversial, but it does have
Is
years
it Your Time
of-
Is Gonna Come by Led Zeppelin?
No. Oh fuck! I forgot about that one. Damn it.
That's a great song. I love that song.
So
Well, I was gonna pick-
there could have been
it's-
5 Led Zeppelin songs on this.
It's
Yeah.
about. It does have years in a time period. About 10 years gone of physical.
You
graffiti.
motherfucker.
Oh God! I
My
love that
favorite,
fucking
my
song,
favorite Led
Jesus.
Zeppelin song. Period. One of my favorite songs of all time.
Oh,
But
my
my favorite
God, I love
Zeppelin.
it.
Jerry
Man.
Jerry was working hard today, and the only thing he could think about was Zeppelin. So this is why his list is mainly Zeppelin. I'm just joking.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't blame
surprised
him.
how many. I looked at it, and I was like, "Damn, they do have a lot of cool songs about time." It wasn't.
God.
It wasn't picked for that.
I could have
Wasn't
picked a
of it.
lot by Rush, maybe. I don't
But,
know.
Not really. I mean, if
But
if,
holy
if,
shit,
Man-
what a-
Clockwork
if Manhattan
Angels.
Project is any guess,
They're talking about time is in the song. He said it didn't have to be in the title. They're talking about time. So they're talking about a time.
Mine
Okay.
has years at least in it. You know what I mean? That's technically
Clockwork
time.
Angels could have been a song too. Okay, whatever.
All right, getting down to number 3, Eric.
Number 3, man. It's already been mentioned. I'm still gonna mention it though. None other than "Child in Time" by Deep Purple. I mean,
Yeah.
this song changed everything, man. This song was really the first song to introduce the heavy metal banshee scream. I mean, every fucking heavy metal singer of the 70s, 80s, like go this song is like, this is the song that influenced me. Like, everyone from like, Lizzie Borden, all these guys, I'm pretty sure Rob Halford, all go back and say, King Diamond, they're like, that's the song that made me go, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. That's how I want to sing. That's the kind of metal band I want. It's just, it changed everything. I mean, Ian Gillan really introduced the banshee scream for like heavy metal music. I mean, it's an amazing song, and it's just like everyone in that band, man, was firing on all cylinders. That whole album in rock was great. Deep Purple, just like, there's not one member of that band that wasn't doing something impressive. They got great bass playing, great drumming, great guitar work, keyboards, vocals. They just, the total package, man. And everyone really shines on that song. Ian Pacey's shining. Richie Blackmore, my favorite guitarist of all time. He's just ripping it up on that song. Obviously Ian Gillan, man, I was a singer, when I was in a band in high school, I was a singer. And so I pissed my mom off, like singing along that song every day in my bedroom. So I love Child in Time. It was a game changer, man. I mean, every heavy metal singer from like the 80s and whatnot, that song most likely influenced them.
Cool.
Nice.
All right, Andy.
Yeah, my number 3. I liked Deep Purple for the longest time. I thought Deep Purple was great. It wasn't until I heard Child in Time that it became one of my favorite bands of all time.
Yeah.
Deep Purple, Child in Time.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
The first time I heard it, I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, it's a game changer.
Yeah, it really did. I had to get Deep Purple and rock. I had to hear it made in Japan. I just had to hear it in so many different ways. And I love that song. It's one of my favorite songs of all time, Child in Time. And I wasn't going to put it because I talk about it a lot. I really do. But I couldn't deny it, Child in Time by Deep Purple.
All right, Joe.
Alrighty, so I'll just breeze by this one because it's been mentioned by several people on this list. The opening track of one of the greatest careers of all time. Good times, bad times.
Good times, bad times.
Amazing track. I mean, we all know it. I mean,
We all love it.
it completely reinvented rock music. It's just right from the
Great
get-go
song.
with Bonham's intro, right into it.
A step forward in rock music. Step forward. Yep.
Good pick. All right, go.
Travi
There you
Patty with
right.
cheese.
Well, I am matching with Jerry Soup on number 3. Led Zeppelin, 10 Years Gone.
Oh my God, yes.
That song is magic and physical graffiti. I agree. That's my favorite album of all time too.
All right.
And one thing I want to mention about that relates to you, Eric. I love that Rock All Over You episode about physical graffiti.
Oh, I love that was a fun episode.
When you and Edwin were talking about 10 Years Gone, and when you talked about some personal stuff, and
man,
that got me teary-eyed, man. And I was going through some stuff at that time, and that actually really helped me to move on from what I was going through.
Fuck
and
yeah, man.
I thank you, Eric, for that one. And I just think the song is a masterpiece.
It is.
So
it is, man. It is. I mean, if you listen to that song and you don't feel something, I mean, you're just one cold motherfucker, you know. I mean,
that song really was.
Let's just say if that song was a woman, I'd make love to it.
Yeah, I mean, that song was probably one of Plant's most, I can say, intimate, heartfelt songs because it was either his woman or his career, man. You know what I mean? And you think his career, which is probably the best, best decision in the long run. But still, man, that you won't lose your feelings for that. And I've had girls like that.
Oh yeah.
I'm friends with one right now who I had a great relationship with, and we're good friends now. But sometimes I miss those times. I love my wife, don't get me wrong, but sometimes that old girlfriend's like, how do you say it? Like, I don't know.
The one that got
part of your heart.
I don't know.
Part of your heart, man. You can't,
There's still a piece of them there. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I mean. So anyway, that's a fucking great song. Thank you, Travis, for agreeing with me on that one. Mark?
No problem.
I'm probably gonna get shit again, but the song does mention time in the beginning of the song. It goes,
bitch.
It goes time, see what's become of me. Fucking you could take both versions because they both rule. I love Simon and Garfunkel's Hazy Shaded Winter, and I love the Bangles version of Hazy Shaded Winter. And that's about a time of a season, and you talk about time.
That's more acceptable than
that's
Manhattan.
more acceptable.
That's way
than
more
Manhattan
acceptable
Project.
than Manhattan
So
Project.
Hazy Shaded Winter is my fucking number 3.
Cool. Both versions are fantastic.
Both versions are fantastic. Yeah. My wife was surprised that I liked the Simon and Garfunkel version. I love Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah, me too.
I like
and that's also the Less Than Zero soundtrack.
Yep, great movie, by the way.
All right, my next pick is not a Led Zeppelin song, actually. It is a song that Joseph mentioned earlier, the great Eric Wolfson singing lead vocals on it. Time by the Alan Parsons Project, man. What a fucking beautiful, sad song, dude. If you know somebody that just died or something and you hear that song, you're going to be crying for like an hour after you fucking hear that song. I'm telling you.
Fuck, I probably should avoid listening to that song.
Oh, dude, man.
Beautiful track.
It still tears you up when you listen to the lyrics.
Yeah. I got one song here that made me, my number one, actually. Like, I'll tell a story when I get to it.
That song, you can definitely tell that Alan Parsons helped with Dark Side of the Moon because it sounds a lot like something that would be on Dark Side of the Moon. You know what I mean? The way it flows. It's kind of like Us and Them Part 2. You know what I mean? But man, what a great song and what a great vocal by Eric Wolfson. The guy they got now, PJ Olsen, does a really fucking good job of singing it. So I'm really looking forward to fucking seeing that, dude. I am stoked, man. I can't wait. But anyway, that's my number 3. It feels number 2, Eric.
Number 2, man. This one, this is from an album and a band that like, it's one of those bands. It's like, I wouldn't say it's a guilty pleasure because I'm not, if I like something, I like it. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks.
Right on.
But it's a band that like I know objectively is pretty shitty, but like I can't help but like it because there's like kind of a sentimental thing I like about it, and like some of the songs I do kind of like, and I do like the singer's voice. I'm talking about That Time of the Year by Ving Vincent Invasion. And this is, I will admit that this is one of the songs though that even people that hate Maven's Invasion, they will say like this was like the best song off that album. Mark Slaughter on vocals. I do like Mark Slaughter's voice, and I do like some Slaughter. But yeah, I love that All Systems Go by Vincent Invasion. I love that album. I know objectively it's kind of goofy and stupid, but I do love that album. It's just I have
It's not as bad as the first album.
Yeah, the first album's fucking horrible, but
It is bad.
The second album's actually really good.
Well, that's why they got a contract to Slaughter, because that second album. There you go.
Yeah, I love All Systems Go. I think that song, that album's amazing, and that song, that time of year, is fucking just beautiful. And even people like who don't like Mark Slaughter's voice, he doesn't sing as like Mark Slaughtery in that song. So even people that hate his voice would probably love that song. It's a beautiful fucking ballad. I love Mark
Slaughter.
I love his fucking voice.
But that's actually one of the best Almost Human 56
oh my god,
that Ralph did.
Yes, I agree. And it's one of those albums I know, like, yeah, this is kind of goofy, cheesy 80s metal, and like objectively, it's probably like, yeah, it's kind of shitty, but like I love it. It's got charm to it, and it has sentimental value to me. It reminds me of a really good time in my life. So yeah.
That's what we were talking about last night too. Whether you like a band or not, that time, like we were talking about Poison last night. I'm not a Poison fan, but that fucking time of my life when they were huge was the best time of my life.
And certain songs just take you back to that time.
Right.
All right.
A quick side comment about Mark Slaughter. I was listening to the radio a couple of weeks ago. I was listening to Sirius XM, and I was listening to a song, and I'm like, wait, is that song about what I think it's about? I never realized that the song Burning Bridges was a diss track at Vinnie Vincent.
Yeah, you didn't know
that?
I
never knew that.
You didn't know that?
Until they got until you told me. It makes perfect sense.
Until they got to the break and you hear Mark Slaughter say, "Oh, you want another guitar solo, huh?"
Yeah, you do. That's about Vinnie Vincent.
Makes perfect sense. I never knew that, but it makes perfect fucking sense.
Yeah, I knew that. You guys could ask me that. I
never knew that.
I knew that.
Then I started listening to the lyrics. I'm like, oh, this is 100% about Vinnie Vincent.
Vinnie Vincent's a fucking asshole.
They have digs on him throughout that album. Eye to Eye has a dig on him too.
Actually, you know what? I don't want his fucking box set. If it ever comes out, he can shove it up his ass.
He can keep it.
Shove it up his ass.
He'll probably enjoy it. Yeah. Andy.
Yeah, number 2 on my list. I talked about this guy last night because he was number 1 on my list last night. Now he's number 2 tonight. Bob Dylan. Excuse me, I got a little thing. Hold on. Time. At times there are a changing, which was off his 3rd album. Times There Are Changing, which is the name of the album. It's a really great track. It talks about the civil rights movement of that time. It was talking about the young people putting their future in their hands, going out to vote. That was back in 63, 64. There was so much turmoil in this country. It still is in 2024.
Still is, yeah.
But this was a positive step forward. Right now, we're taking a lot of negative steps back. No matter what you follow or what you or what your party affiliated is, we're all taking steps back. But back then, Bob Dylan, geez, I'm so sorry. I'm getting a little choked up because I'm talking about it. But at times there are changing, still going on today, but they're not changing for the good. But back then they were changing for the good. People were actually thinking for themselves. That's something that we're not doing right now.
No,
that's my number 2.
No, yeah,
we won't get into it, but there's a lot of reasons why that is nowadays. But anyway, Joseph.
Alrighty, well, if there's ever such a thing as a deep cut on an album that sold 30 million copies, probably in my top 3 Don Henley vocals of all time. Wasted Time.
Oh, damn. Love that song.
Ooh, what a great track.
Well, baby, there you stand. Oh, yes.
I absolutely love the way he sounds on this track, and one of my favorite songs on this album, honestly. But particularly if you've seen the
Baby's gone.
Live in Melbourne DVD, they do this song. They do a great version of it. But yeah, so that is my number 2 off of the 30 million selling Hotel California.
Yeah.
You never thought you'd be
time.
alone this far down the line.
All
Oh, that's
right.
such a great track.
Go ahead, Eric. Let it out. Say his name.
Rabbit Penny.
And you better believe it. I think a lot of people have talked about this song already, and I would kick myself in the head for not mentioning a Deep Purple song. But Deep Purple, Child in Time, man, come on.
Come on.
Yeah.
Epic. Man.
Oh, yeah.
Ian Gillan to me, I love Rob Halford. Ian Gillan in his prime was the ultimate screamer.
He was the ultimate hard rock singer.
He was, man.
Ian Gillan is a pimp.
He is, man.
He is
I fucking love Ian Gillan.
That's why when they had Mark III, I was not buying it. I said, nah.
I like Mark 3. I like Mark 3, but yeah.
Yeah, it's okay, but it's nothing compared to Mark II.
I love Burn.
The way that Richie Blackmore just setting up a storm on that song.
Yes.
Everybody's on fire. That whole
Everybody.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I'll take Glenn Hughes and David Coverdale over Ian Gillan.
I like Mark 2 and Mark 3.
That's my favorite era.
There's no wrong answer there, Mark. But
yeah,
Glenn Hughes and David Coverdale. Come on, that's like
dude,
fucking
over Ian Gillan.
That's how good he was. They need 2 singers
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There's no wrong answer there.
You didn't see Ian Gillan do anything besides Deep Purple. David Coverdale fucking remade and made Whitesnake and kept going, dude.
I love Whitesnake.
Ian Gillan did.
I love that album, though. I do like that
album. He did Gillan. He did the Van Gillan. Yeah, Ian Gillan band.
I'll take Glenn Hughes any day over fucking Ian Gillan.
Yeah, I mean, there's no right or wrong answer.
And there's a reason why.
There is a wrong answer.
Yeah,
and there's a reason.
I didn't say that to you.
There's a reason why Deep Purple is my favorite band of all time. It is still.
Wow.
All right, Mark.
All right. I don't know if this considers because you guys have been.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, Mark. Come on.
But isn't like yesterday a point in time?
Yes.
Are you picking the song yesterday?
Yes, I'm picking a song yesterday.
That was originally on my list.
That's a great song.
Oh, okay. So I just wanted to make sure because one of them wasn't to your criteria.
That's the Manhattan
Project. Manhattan Project is not just because it has the word time in the lyrics once.
But they're talking about history, a place and
does
time.
not matter. Does not matter.
That's a different type of time.
Does not matter.
Mark has let me slide with some shit in the past.
Yeah,
a lot of times.
Yeah, all right, Mark, just go on. What song are you choosing again?
It's a fucking beautiful song. Why wouldn't I put a Beatles song on here?
Shit makes me cry.
Yeah, it's a fucking amazing song.
Yeah, reminds me of my grandma.
One of the best acoustic songs of all time.
Scrambled eggs.
Yeah. That's my number 2.
My number 2 is, I think it was Travis that mentioned it. The fucking great Pink Floyd, Time, man. That's one of
your number 1 is.
One of Gilmore's best fucking solos. And dude, how long was that fucking album in the top 100 for? Like what? 15 years was it? I mean, it was amazing. What a great album!
It went off for a week and came back.
It still fucking sells a lot, dude. It's a kick-ass album that is like, oh man, when fucking David Gilmour and Richard Wright sing together, holy fuck, man, it's magic, dude. And that song just proves my point there. But anyway, that's my number 2. All right, number 1.
Oh Eric. Man. So this song, like basically what I did was I went on my music on my phone. I typed in time for all the songs. I just went around and chose songs. And I just kept listening to this playlist and just deleting songs off until I finally had 11. So I narrowed it down to like 11. I always loved this song, but being older and going through a lot of the things I've went through in life and a lot of the things that have happened in life. I lost a really good friend of mine recently, which I've never, I've lost like family members who are like old, which hurts, but I never lost a friend who was like someone like my age, someone I went to school with, grew up with. And then things too, like, being married, happily married now, and having a son. And like, the fact too that I'm dealing with all this stuff with immigration. And it's like I see my son growing up and like me missing out on a lot of stuff, missing out on memories with my wife because we're waiting for this damn immigration bullshit. Fuck the US government. Um, I was listening to it like I was driving to like the store and I had to pull over because I started getting like really like choked up listening to it because it's a song. The older you get, man, I think it hits you more, and that's "Time in a Bottle" by Jim Croce. It's a beautiful fucking song. I've always loved this song. I thought it's just such a well written song, but it's something that as you get older and time goes by and things happen in life, and you realize how short life is and how very little time we have. And it really hits you a lot. Things like dealing with the stuff where like it's like I feel like I'm missing out on time with my family. I lost my good friend Mason, who was one of the coolest people I fucking knew. And he was so fucking young, man. I mean, he's my age, and like he should have lived a longer fucking life. Um, it's just life is so fucking short, and especially knowing Jim Croce's story about like he had a wife and a kid that he loved very much, and he was always on the road, and like he died so soon, especially right when he was about to make it big, man. And it's fuck, man. Like I said, I had to pull over, man. I started crying, and like it really hit me hard because of everything that's going on. Like realizing how short life is. I'm seeing my family members are fucking getting older, man. It's terrifying.
Tell me about it, man.
Like
I'm the baby at 53, man. Of the family.
Yeah, it's I'm like kind of the baby too in the family. It's fuck, man. Life is too short, man. And it's just like it's a beautiful song, but it's also a very sad song. Especially like I said, knowing Jim Croce's story, it really tugs at your heartstrings, man. But I absolutely love this song, and I made it my number one because I'm like, wow, this song really is like so fucking true. And the older you get, the more it really means to you. So Jim Croce, "Time in a Bottle," man. Beautiful.
You know what, Eric, man? Eric, I want to say something real quick about you, dude.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you call her your son just proves what a fucking classy dude you are, man. It's not just her and her kid. You called her son your son, dude. And that's just fucking tells you what a great.
because it's like his father is a piece of shit, and he was never like involved. He bailed, So I'm like I'm the only father he's had, and I love that. I love that kid, man. He's the best. Very he's a big handful, but he's great, man. I love him to death, man. And me and my wife want to have kids as well. We want to have a girl, and but I mean, when we have kids of our own, like he's never going to be any different. He's my son. He's my first son. I'm never going to treat him any different. Even when we have kids of our own, he's the best, man. I love him so much.
You don't need to be blood to be a dad, dude. You really don't, man.
Yeah, so. I got their names on me, man. I mean,
awesome.
Yeah.
All right, that's
love that song.
Not that we're all kind of bummed now. I'm just kidding, man.
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah, that's a great song. I love that song. It reminds me a lot of my father. I lost him when I was 5, and I've always heard that was one of his favorite songs. And it's so cool because I lost my dad when I was 5, and a couple of his favorite bands were Jim Croce and Black Sabbath. And I followed in those same footsteps without even knowing that.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty crazy. But my number one is going to be Pink Floyd time. Pink Floyd's one of my favorite bands. That's one of my favorite albums of all time, Dark Side of the Moon, and that's my favorite track on that album. So it tells you how much I love that song. Yeah. When y'all came up with this title, I knew exactly what was going to be my number one. I put number one, "Time" by Pink Floyd, and then I made my list. There was no Turning Back. That was going to be my number one. Time
Awesome.
by Pink Floyd. David Gilmour is my favorite Pink Floyd member. So it had to be Time.
Yep.
I mean, there's
Nice.
no doubt.
All right, Joseph, number one, bro.
Alrighty. Another just absolutely classic track off of a great debut album. Jerry, what were you listening to right before we did our show?
Yeah, you're stealing my thunder, man.
Am I?
Yeah.
Am I really?
Let's do it. Let's do it together, man. Our
Okay.
number one is one of the greatest rock singers ever, Boston's Foreplay Long
That's
Time.
what I knew. It was
Nice.
I knew it was your number one.
Fucking
Jerry.
nice.
Jerry. I knew once you picked Pink Floyd Time, I said, "Oh, I know what his number one is." Boston has not been. I knew it.
I think it's been a long time.
I think I should be going. Yeah.
Karaoke, babe.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Holy shit! What a fucking singer.
I mean, not even just Brad's vocals. I mean, just the instrumentation on the foreplay section into that.
Yeah. I remember I saw. Dude, I remember one year I saw Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and they had because they have two keyboard players, and that year it was Robert Kinkel and Mian Kim, who like, man, I had a big crush on Mian Kim when I was young, man. But they did like a keyboard duel right before one of the songs, and fucking Bob Kinkel, he did Foreplay, and I was like,
oh,
fuck,
nice.
I'm like, fuck, that's Foreplay by Boston. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's cool if you see Boston like lately when they did tour, like the last 5 or 6 or longer than that now, but they did like a 5 or 6 minute version of Foreplay, and it was awesome.
Sweet.
I know
really
that
fucking nice, dude. Look it up, dude. It's incredible, dude.
You see, now
I love that first album.
Put on a live album.
Yeah,
I saw something on eBay where they have a CD. It's like $35. It's got a bunch of live stuff on it. I don't know if it's I don't think they've ever released an official live album. But I am kind of curious to see what that CD is all about. But
yeah.
Well, so that's gonna be my number one too. So we can just go ahead, Eric, one more time, man.
Another
His
great
name.
album.
It is motherfucking Travi Patty.
Number one is Motley Crue, Time for Change.
What the fuck?
I'm joking.
Oh, thank God. I was gonna take away your nickname for that shit.
All right. No, my number one is also Boston Long Time.
Yeah.
Hey!
And, it's one of my favorite rock songs of all time.
Yep. That whole album never gets old. The whole fucking album is still fresh, man. It really
I
is.
never get sick of that album, even though as many times I hear it. I remember
just those lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You'll forget about me after I've been gone.
And I take
dude, that album is just so amazing, and it's been a part of my life forever.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how you can hear literally every song on rock radio like 5 times a day and never get sick of it.
Never get tired.
Dude,
never change it.
My chemistry in high school, like it was like 10th or 11th grade, my chemistry teacher played that album one day. Like it was like Friday. He's like, all right, you guys want to hear music? And everyone's like, yeah. And he plays Boston, the debut album. I'm like, fuck yeah, this guy's awesome. I remember the first time I smoked weed, I listened to Smoking by Boston. Me and my friends were playing Smoking while we were driving, and we were smoking weed for the first time. That was a cool memory.
And I gotta say about Boston, every time I hear Boston now, I always think about that RMCP episode where Ian is wasted on vodka and he's singing More Than a Feeling.
I love More Than a Fucking Feeling. Hell yeah.
And Ian's like, away.
More than a feeling.
Now this is an album I'd love to light up to sometime.
I definitely got.
I mean, when that came out, what 76?
76.
76.
It sounded like nothing at that time. Nothing at that time.
And it was such and the fact
you got more than a feeling. It fades in. That shit wasn't big back then.
Just remember, we did a review of that on Freeform Rock Podcast.
And it was in that album too, because I believe it came out during the time when like kind of punk was taking over and like everyone was anti-corporate rock, and they put out an album like that, which is pretty ballsy. And I Thank God they did, man. That album fucking kicks ass.
And also, our very first episode of Three Shots Down is about Brad Delp.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry,
Tragic-
Travis.
Tragic story.
And just for the fuck of it, fuck Motley Crue.
Fuck Motley Crue, yeah. Fuck
Damn
them.
right.
Right up the ass.
Right
All
up
right,
my
I
fucking
can't
ass.
believe that y'all hate that that Too Fast for Love album so much.
I
hate
like it.
I don't hate it.
so much.
love Too
I
Fast
I
for
don't
Love.
hate it. I don't
I
hate
hate
it.
it.
Dude,
I know, but
I
it was
love-
crashed by these
love-
two right here.
I love the song Livewire, and so I made my mom take me to Circuit City and buy that album. I listened to the rest of the album, like, this album fucking sucks, except for that song.
I pulled it out.
You know what sucks? Welcome to
love that
Circuit
album.
City, where service is state of the art. I know the
Yeah.
fucking jingle. Or then they use fucking Cars song, just what I needed for a commercial.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, take us out with your last number.
Yeah,
Oh,
take
my
us
number
out.
one, fucking asshole already ruined this fucking number one. It's my first dance I had with my wife at a fucking wedding. Rush Time Stand Still, man.
Yeah, that was your number one. I didn't know it'd be your number one.
Oh,
Fuck.
dude, that has memories like Sun Never Sets, two songs me and my wife danced to. So that's
Right
why I
on.
put them on the list. And we're huge Beatles fans, and she loves Yesterday too. So that's my number one, Rush Time Stand Still. I love Hold Your Fire. Ty
Yeah.
Shan sucks balls, by the way.
That song is amazing, Mark.
That
Best
album
song they
sucks.
ever fucking wrote.
Fuck no.
That album sucks.
That album
no.
sucks.
Fuck no. Prime Mover. Fucking Lock and Key.
Oh, that
Force
one
10.
fucking rules.
The lyrics in that album is fucking amazing.
I
God
love
damn.
Time Stand Still.
No, I don't want to.
I like
the
that
Killer
song.
Instinct,
I like that
Face It
song.
in
I
You
just
or
hate
Me.
that album.
So we keep it under lock and key. Fucking
Yeah.
great fucking lyrics. You'll Peart.
Anyway, honorable
Neil
mentions.
Honorable
Peart.
mentions. Peart.
Hurt.
Peart.
All right, and we got some honorable mentions.
Not
Eric.
me. I'm dope.
I got a lot of them.
I got a lot.
I don't even fucking. I'm too drunk to remember
All
all
right.
of them.
Joseph.
Good one.
Or Andy,
Alrighty.
Andy, I'm sorry.
Andy, okay. The Zombies, Time of the Season. Rolling Stones, Time is on My Side. I'll go through them pretty quickly. Rancid with Time Bomb, love that song. Peter Gabriel, Big Time.
Oh, that's a good
Asia, Only Time Will Tell. Jim Croce, Time in a Bottle.
Oh my god. that song.
Warner, Feels Like the First Time. There, I'm done.
Yeah. Oh, Time. Oh, there's Time by Lou Graham.
Need time to live, time to love, time to do anything. you
Well,
want.
I mean,
You better take time. 'Cause
Midnight
time moves
Midnight
on.
Blue.
I was gonna say.
Yes, I love
Midnight-
that fucking album.
Yeah,
I love that
Midnight
great
Blue.
album.
Midnight Blue would
Blue.
count. Yeah.
That was
love
on the
that
same
album.
album.
Yeah.
Love that song.
Love it.
Ready or Not. Great.
All right, who's
song,
next?
Ready or Not.
Me.
Go ahead.
So my honorable mentions, Time in a Bottle, Jim Croce, amazing,
Of course.
amazing track. Time of the Season by the Zombies. Only Time Will Tell by Asia. Talking Heads, Once in a Lifetime.
That's a good one.
Ah,
Woo.
Life During Wartime as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one that when I originally had multiple different versions of this list where I included songs that didn't have time in the title, but I eventually settled on everything had time in the title. And the one that it really, really pained me to cut because it's a song that's so clearly about time. And that is Changes by David Bowie. I can't believe nobody picked Changes.
That's a great song.
Absolutely amazing song. I mean, the lyrics in the chorus, time may change me, but you can't face time.
and I'm not that big of a Bowie fan, but that's a great song.
Yeah, me either, but I do love that song.
Yeah, it sounds
So
great.
yes, changes one of the counted. Then I'm good.
No.
Okay.
All right.
But
Travis.
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't pick Tesla Changes.
That's
That would be a
great
good
They
one.
don't talk
Time
about time
making-
in that song.
Yeah, they do. Time's making changes.
Time's making changes. I know, whatever.
Dude, it's
I didn't
all the
pick.
lyrics in
I
the
didn't
chor-
pick Pink Floyd, Zeppelin, or
it's literally the name of their greatest hits album.
I
Time
know,
May
I
Change-
didn't pick. I didn't pick Pink Floyd, Zeppelin, or fucking Boston.
Yeah,
'cause I
but
knew
you
Jerry would.
ride Tesla's nuts so much. I figured you'd pick them.
I know, right? Yeah.
Well, shit, I had to get the Beatles in there and Rush twice.
Yeah.
So there.
All right,
Yeah.
Travis, man, what you got?
Travis Petty.
Travie Patty, Travie Trills, it's all good. White Snake, Give Me More Time. Love that tune.
I like White Snake better
love
than Mark III.
The Rolling Stones, The Last Time.
Yeah.
I love, it's about childhood. Toxic, There Stood the Fence. I love that one a lot. Iron Maiden, 2 Minutes to Midnight, obviously. And can I include like Centuries?
Sure.
King Crimson, 21st Century Schizoid Man. There you go.
Good. All right, I have Time Stands Still by Rush, Time in a Bottle by Jim Croce, Time for Me to Fly by Aria Speedwagon, Time Was on My Side by the Stones, and Love Me 2 Times by the Doors.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I forgot that one.
All right, Mark, you don't have any, right?
No, I just picked Time for Lou Graham.
All right, well, let's
Me too.
Okay, man. You know what, guys? Man, this was a lot of fun, man. I appreciate you guys being on this.
And just to let y'all know, I've already got 19 songs for a night.
All right.
I have the word night in the title.
There's a couple of mine for night that don't have night in the title.
Oh, really? Okay.
Eric, man, last words, bro.
Last words. Oh man, it was great being a part of this episode. A lot of fun. I always love being on this show. It's great. Check out my podcast, the Rock All Over You podcast, with me and Eddie Castracci. We got a great episode, a great 2-part episode coming up. We'll be up this Sunday unless anything happens. But yeah, man, check us out, subscribe to us, spread your ass cheeks on that subscribe button. And you know what? For this podcast here, the BS sessions, spread those ass cheeks as wide as you can on that subscribe button and sit on it. No lube. You gotta go balls to the wall. No lube. Hell yeah.
Well, I do recommend lube. All right. I mean,
yeah. If you don't want to,
don't forget to wear some protection.
Yeah, your asshole will break if you don't use lube. But hell yeah, join their Patreon. Even though there's no Patreon, just give us some money.
Yeah, really.
Our PayPal, PayPal in the comments.
Money, yeah,
PayPal in the comments.
Yeah. Hey, I tried to swindle people out of their social security number today, but nobody bought it.
I saw that. I loved that post.
But Andy, man, what you got?
Yeah, we got some exciting stuff coming on 2 of the podcasts I'm a part of. First of all, Black Spinner Circle. I was talking to Al Horta this morning. We're changing our format, and that'll be coming out next week with a whole new style that we're gonna turn to, and also
redecorating.
Yes, and also on 3 Shots and Down with Jerry Soupy and Kate Doré. We got an episode coming out very soon about Phil Spector. That's going to be that turned out to be a fantastic episode, and we got Sam Cooke coming down the pike. So right now there's about 5 episodes that are up right now on Apple and Podbean, and where else, Jerry?
Podbean,
Apple.
Mark, where'd you put us, Mark?
Did you upgrade your thing? Because then you could add it. You could add Spotify if you upgraded it now.
Mark couldn't add it at that time. Mark's been my engineer.
And it's also
you have to give me the thing again. I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's also on iHeartRadio as well.
Yeah, I put it on everything that I could.
Nice.
Yes, so check that out. 3 Shots Down. We're very proud of that project. Very proud of it.
All right,
so that's what we're up to, and Al and I are gonna go in a different direction together. So we're very excited about the way that we're going to be going.
Cool. All right, Travis.
All right. Well, my final thoughts is to check out the underrated metal album Sanctuary Into the Mirror Black. What a masterpiece.
Fucking album. Great fucking album.
Should have been way bigger.
Fucking Warrell Dane, man.
Warrell Dane, one of the greatest metal vocalists that ever lived.
Yep.
That's my final thought.
All right, Mark, take it.
Guys.
Oh, it's always great to have you on, dude. Mark, take us out, brother.
All right, like, share, and subscribe. Spread your ass cheeks, like Eric said there. But
spread those ass cheeks.
Make sure and check out our new episode of Freeform Rock Podcast. Jerry wasn't on this one. Again, 2 weeks in a row he wasn't on. He was on vacation. It's with your partner Al Horta. We're doing a great, well, I'm not going to say if it's great or not because you need to listen to review. Extreme Waiting for the Punchline.
But that Green Day album was That Green Day episode was fantastic. It was.
It was.
Really
You
good.
guys need to share that shit. I can't share everything. I'm just joking with all you. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Travis. Thank you, Eric.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Andy, as always. And I can't wait to see your new direction you're going on Black Spinner. And Jerry, fucking you're not here this Saturday. So you have a good work week.
I'll be there next Friday though.
You'll be there
Nice.
the next Friday with us on Freeform. Check us out, man. We don't bite, man. You know, all get along, love each other. Stop fighting. Life is short.
Yeah.
Fucking
Except fuck Sammy Hagar. Fuck Sammy Hagar.
Oh wait, I almost picked "It's About Time" by Van Halen. That was gonna be a joke. I forgot.
Fuck yeah. Fuck Sammy Hagar and fuck Jacob Truba.
All right,
both,
man.
I hope they both fucking die.
Thank you guys. Stop fighting with each other. Just fucking forget about each other. If you don't like each other, just go away, man. Live your life and have fun.
Hey,
Later. I love
hey
you,
guys,
Sam. Wait. What?
don't go away, man.
Ah,
Just go
Jesus.
away.
Oh, Jesus
Go
Christ.
away.
I'm getting out of here.
All right. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Later, man.
Later.
Rock on, roll
Later.
on. Rock out, roll on. Later.
Well, yeah.
Patty out.